Hu Xiang strolled through the bustling streets of the city, his mind awash with dreams of the future. Suddenly, a mysterious beam of light descended from the heavens, enveloping him in its luminous embrace. As he curiously reached out to touch the light, he was instantaneously swept away into an unfamiliar world. In this extraordinary realm, Hu Xiang encountered a myriad of enchanting sights and mystical creatures. Anxiously following the system's guidance, he met an elusive fairy named Ling'er. Ling'er revealed to him that this world concealed numerous secrets and perils, and the system he had acquired bestowed upon him unique powers, enabling him to face various challenges hidden. Gradually, Hu Xiang adapted to his new environment, courageously exploring every corner of the supernatural world with the aid of his system. Together with Ling'er, they unraveled mysteries and vanquished malevolent spirits, with Hu Xiang evolving into a formidable supernatural warrior. The narrative unfolds with a system imbued in the story, featuring the protagonist Hu Xiang, alongside three captivating female leads, Mei, Meng Yao, and Li Xiaoyan, as well as the charming Xiao Qian. From modern urban mystique to epic journeys through time, the novel delves deep into the personalities of various supporting characters, each vividly described. Hu Xiang, equipped with a humorous and witty personality, navigates through life with a knack for playful antics and an abundance of social charisma. During an intense battle, he inadvertently uncovers a portal leading to ancient times. Resolutely, he decides to traverse this gateway alongside Ling'er, eager to unearth more secrets that lie beyond. Upon entering ancient times, they encountered a woman named Meng Yao. She was enchanting yet bore an aloof exterior. However, as she spent time with Hu Xiang, her gentle side gradually emerged. The trio journeyed together, unraveling various enigmas and vanquishing nefarious forces. Hu Xiang's humor and wit often transformed peril into safety, winning Meng Yao's heart in the process. Yet, their voyage was fraught with trials and tribulations. Nevertheless, with one another's companionship and support, Hu Xiang believed they could surmount the challenges ahead, unveiling the mysteries of this ancient world. During their travels, Hu Xiang and his companions fortuitously rescued a girl named Li Xiaoyan, who was being pursued by malevolent forces. Overcome with gratitude, she expressed her desire to join them in their adventures. Thus, their fellowship grew, and they collectively faced the crises that followed. In a moment of dire urgency, Hu Xiang, harnessing the extraordinary powers of his system, successfully repelled their foes. This feat earned him profound admiration from both Meng Yao and Li Xiaoyan, while Hu Xiang continued to evolve and grow stronger through each encounter. However, they soon discovered they were ensnared in a far grander conspiracy. As Hu Xiang and his companions pressed onward, they arrived at a mysterious ancient city, permeated by an eerie atmosphere that sent shivers down their spines. They cautiously explored but inadvertently triggered a mechanism, trapping them in a hidden chamber. While searching for an exit, Hu Xiang stumbled upon secret documents pertaining to the ancient city. Just as they prepared to leave, a group of enigmatic figures appeared and seized the documents. Without hesitation, Hu Xiang pursued them, engaging in a fierce battle. He realized that they needed to find a solution swiftly, lest the consequences be dire. Determined, he led his companions on a quest to uncover a means of salvation for the world. Along their journey, they encountered a mysterious elder who revealed that only by locating a legendary artifact could they avert impending disaster. Following the elder's clues, they endured numerous hardships and finally discovered the artifact's location. However, it was surrounded by intricate traps and formidable guardians. Undeterred by such formidable challenges, Hu Xiang employed the powers of his system, along with his own ingenuity and bravery, to guide his companions through one obstacle after another. Just as they were about to seize the artifact, a colossal shadow silently emerged, revealing a towering man radiating an overwhelming aura. His icy gaze scrutinized Hu Xiang and his companions, as if assessing their strength. "Do you believe you can easily claim the artifact?" His deep, magnetic voice resonated. Hu Xiang stepped forward, boldly declaring, "Whoever you are, we shall not falter." No sooner had he spoken than an intense battle erupted. Hu Xiang faced the man head-on while the others contended with additional adversaries. The arena was ablaze with light and energy. In a critical moment, Hu Xiang unleashed the latent powers of his system and executed a powerful technique. A brilliant glow emanated from his hands, and a wave of formidable energy surged toward the man. Seizing the opportunity, Hu Xiang swiftly grasped the artifact, urging his companions, "Let us depart at once." They all heeded his call, racing toward the exit. Behind them, the man watched their retreating figures, a slight smile gracing his lips. Interesting fellows. When we meet again, you will pay dearly. Having evaded the mysterious man's pursuit, Hu Xiang and his companions gasped for breath as they arrived at a tranquil valley. They decided to rest and recuperate. Yet, Hu Xiang's mind remained unsettled. He knew the true test lay ahead. In the valley, they uncovered a mysterious cave that flickered with strange lights. Intrigued, they ventured inside. Deep within the cave, they discovered an ancient stone tablet adorned with peculiar symbols and patterns. After thorough examination, Hu Xiang realized these symbols constituted an ancient formation, likely related to the artifact's usage. Thus, they resolved to attempt activating the formation. Under Hu Xiang's guidance, they each performed their designated roles based on the tablet's instructions. A dazzling light enveloped them as the formation was successfully activated. Following this, the artifact radiated immense power, illuminating the entire valley. Hu Xiang felt the artifact's strength surge within him, igniting a profound sense of purpose. He understood that this power would alter the fate of the world. With unwavering conviction, he and his companions stepped out of the valley, resuming their journey to save the world. On their path to salvation, Hu Xiang and his companions encountered numerous treacherous challenges. However, armed with steadfast resolve and fearless courage, they repeatedly transformed peril into safety. One day, as they passed through a border town, they learned of its frequent torment by demons. The townsfolk, living in fear, implored Hu Xiang for assistance in vanquishing these malevolent entities. Hu Xiang readily agreed, leading his comrades into battle against the demons. After a fierce struggle, they triumphed, earning the gratitude and admiration of the townspeople. During the celebratory feast, Hu Xiang noticed Meng Yao was missing. He searched high and low, ultimately finding her in an ancient temple within the town. Chapter 2. The mysterious land. Meng Yao stood quietly before a statue, her eyes reflecting a hint of confusion. Hu Xiang approached, concern etched on his face. "What troubles you, Meng Yao?" he inquired. She turned to him, softly replying, "This experience has stirred memories of my past. I was once a solitary soul until I encountered you and the others. You have shown me warmth and support." Hu Xiang took her hand, smiling as he said, "We are family. We shall always remain together. No matter the obstacles ahead, we shall face them hand in hand." Meng Yao nodded, her face brightening with determination. Afterward, Hu Xiang and his companions resumed their journey, firmly believing that united in purpose, they could indeed save the world and safeguard a brighter future. Along the long road, they befriended a chivalrous man named Lin Yu, who possessed remarkable skills and a righteous spirit, resonating with Hu Xiang's ideals. One day, while traversing a mountainous forest, they encountered a ferocious beast. Lin Yu bravely took the lead, engaging the creature in a fierce battle. However, the beast's strength proved overwhelming, and Lin Yu began to falter. In a moment of urgency, Hu Xiang utilized the powers of his system to bolster Lin Yu. Together, they ultimately triumphed over the beast. This battle left Lin Yu in awe of Hu Xiang's abilities, compelling him to join Hu Xiang and his companions in their quest to save the world. As they journeyed together, they supported one another and forged deep bonds of friendship. Unbeknownst to them, Hu Xiang's feelings for Meng Yao deepened with each passing day. During a particularly perilous adventure, Hu Xiang, Meng Yao, Li Xiaoyan, and Lin Yu inadvertently stumbled into a labyrinthine ancient tomb. The tomb was fraught with traps and dangers. Relying on the guidance of his system, Hu Xiang led them cautiously forward. Suddenly, a massive python loomed before them, baring its fangs menacingly. Lin Yu immediately stepped forward, engaging the serpent in a life-and-death struggle, while the others utilized their unique skills to assist him. After an arduous battle, they finally vanquished the python and pressed onward. Deep within the tomb, they discovered an ancient tome that contained the secrets of an unparalleled martial art. Hu Xiang treasured the tome, dedicating himself to its study. Gradually, he began to master its techniques. Just then, a mysterious and formidable foe appeared, having long coveted the tome. A thrilling confrontation was imminent as Hu Xiang prepared to engage this enigmatic adversary, utilizing the extraordinary martial skills he had recently acquired. His movements flowed with a grace akin to water, wielding immense power. However, the formidable mysterious adversary possessed immense strength, and during the confrontation, Hu Xiang began to find himself at a disadvantage. In this critical moment, Meng Yao, Li Xiaoyan, and Lin Yu stepped forward, each showcasing their unique skills and coordinating seamlessly with Hu Xiang. Through their united efforts, the enigmatic foe was finally vanquished. Hu Xiang attempted to push open the stone door with his internal energy, but to no avail. At that moment, he recalled the earlier manual he had encountered. pondering whether it contained the means to unlock the stone door. After thorough examination, Hu Xiang discovered a clue. Following the instructions within the manual, he channeled his vital energy, concentrating it in his palm, and struck the stone door. Slowly, the door creaked open, revealing a resplendent palace adorned in gold and jade. Within the hall lay an array of precious treasures and cultivation resources. Just as they prepared to delve deeper, the palace suddenly shook violently. It turned out someone had triggered a mechanism, unleashing a grave crisis. Unfazed by the impending danger, Hu Xiang and his companions swiftly executed their techniques, engaging in a breathtaking battle against the approaching enemies. During the skirmish, Hu Xiang discerned that the adversaries seemed intent on protecting a central stone platform. He astutely realized that the platform might hold the key. Thus, he signaled his companions to concentrate their firepower and launch an assault on the platform. Under their fierce onslaught, the platform collapsed, revealing a concealed passageway. Without hesitation, Hu Xiang and his allies charged into the passage, continuing their adventurous journey. Following the passage, they arrived at a mysterious underground chamber, suffused with rich spiritual energy, its walls inscribed with intricate runes. Hu Xiang meticulously observed these runes, experiencing a moment of epiphany. He closed his eyes, wholeheartedly contemplating the mysteries of the runes. Exchanging glances, Hu Xiang and his companions resolutely stepped into the teleportation portal. They were unaware of the unknown world awaiting them, yet they felt no fear, for they believed that as long as they remained united, they could overcome any adversity. Upon traversing the portal, Hu Xiang and his companions found themselves in a breathtaking paradise, where mist swirled and exotic flowers flourished, resembling an idyllic haven. They strolled through, savoring the tranquility and beauty of nature. However, lurking deep within this paradise was a colossal threat. A mysterious giant beast lay in wait, poised to pounce on its prey. When Hu Xiang and his companions discovered the beast, they found themselves ensnared in its grasp. The beast, immense and powerful, exerted unprecedented pressure upon them. Yet, undeterred by such a formidable foe, Hu Xiang and his allies joined forces, employing their unique skills to engage in a heart-stopping battle against the beast. Hu Xiang identified the beast's weakness and devised a clever strategy. They coordinated their efforts, luring the beast into a trap, ultimately achieving victory. Exhausted but rewarded, they unearthed a celestial herb imbued with potent spiritual energy, said to enhance one's cultivation upon consumption. Hu Xiang distributed the herb among them, sharing this rare opportunity. Subsequently, they departed the paradise, continuing their quest to save the world. After leaving the paradise, Hu Xiang and his companions arrived at an ancient castle. The castle exuded an eerie, foreboding atmosphere. They cautiously explored, inadvertently triggering a mechanism that transported them to a mysterious realm. In this realm, time flowed strangely, as if they were ensnared in an eternal labyrinth. Hu Xiang, remaining calm, analyzed their surroundings, guiding his companions in search of an exit. However, the labyrinth was intricate, fraught with various dangers and challenges. Their successful escape depended on their wisdom and collaborative spirit. Suddenly, a low growl echoed ahead. A colossal monster emerged before them, its massive form radiating a formidable aura. Hu Xiang swiftly signaled for everyone to retreat, preparing to confront this unexpected threat. He unleashed his cultivation techniques, illuminating the surroundings as he engaged in a fierce battle with the monster. The others, too, showcased their abilities, collaborating with Hu Xiang to attack the beast. At a critical moment, someone discovered the monster's vulnerability and landed a successful blow. As the monster collapsed, the labyrinth appeared to shift. A new pathway emerged before them, possibly leading to the exit. Hu Xiang led his companions down this path, hoping to swiftly escape this enigmatic realm. As they advanced along the new route, the atmosphere grew tense and grave. Hu Xiang vigilantly observed their surroundings, wary of any unforeseen events. In the center of the hall lay an ancient tome, its pages shimmering with an otherworldly light. Hu Xiang approached to examine it, discovering it contained secrets about the mysterious realm and methods of escape. Just as they prepared to depart, the castle trembled once more, stones cascading from the ceiling. The exit was sealed. It appears we must find another way out, Hu Xiang declared resolutely. Everyone dispersed to search, ultimately uncovering a hidden passage within a wall. Without hesitation, they entered, hopeful that this time they could truly escape danger. The passage was dark and damp, a foul odor lingering in the air. This seems akin to an abandoned basement, someone whispered. They pressed on, only to suddenly hear strange sounds. The noises grew closer until a group of shadowy figures rounded the corner. Zombies! Someone exclaimed in horror. Hu Xiang immediately employed his spells, engaging in combat with the undead. The others joined in, and chaos ensued. After a fierce battle, they ultimately vanquished all the zombies. However, the passage began to shake violently, threatening to collapse at any moment. "Run!" Hu Xiang shouted. They sprinted forward, narrowly escaping the castle's collapse. Standing outside the castle, they gazed at the crumbling structure behind them, their hearts filled with reflection. "What a thrilling adventure this has been," someone remarked. "Yet, we have also gained invaluable clues." Hu Xiang picked up the ancient tome. Realizing that deciphering its secrets would reveal the path to freedom, they resolved to continue their journey, exploring more mysterious realms. Hu Xiang opened the book, scrutinizing the text and illustrations. The others gathered around, collaboratively deliberating on the puzzle. "This appears to be an ancient magic circle," someone pointed out. "Perhaps we need to activate these magic circles in a specific sequence to open the exit," another speculated. After a moment of contemplation, Hu Xiang's eyes sparkled with understanding. He began directing everyone to arrange the magic circles according to the book's instructions. Each person diligently fulfilled their role, working in harmony. As the final crystal was placed at the center of the formation, the entire magic circle erupted in brilliant light. A portal gradually materialized, leading to the unknown. "Is this the exit?" someone asked excitedly. Hu Xiang nodded. "Let us proceed, hoping that no further dangers await us." The group stepped into the portal, their silhouettes gradually fading into the radiance. They were unaware of what lay ahead, yet they firmly believed that united, they could conquer any challenge. Upon passing through the portal, they emerged into a beautiful and tranquil paradise. Lush green grass carpeted the ground, vibrant flowers bloomed, and streams flowed gently. The group was awestruck by the stunning scenery, and their spirits lifted in serenity. "Where is this place? Have we truly departed from that enigmatic realm?" one inquired, filled with uncertainty. Hu Xiang surveyed the surroundings, his brow slightly furrowed. "I am uncertain, yet this place appears to be a world unto itself. We must proceed with caution. Pray tell, who might you be? Why do you play such a sorrowful melody?" Hu Xiang stepped forward, clasping his hands in greeting. The woman paused, lifting her gaze to reveal an exquisite visage. Her eyes, clear and profound, bore a trace of melancholy. "I am the guardian of this paradise. It has been long since any outsiders have set foot here. How did you arrive?" She spoke softly. Hu Xiang succinctly recounted their experiences. After a moment of silence, she replied, "I see. Your arrival here may indeed be by the hand of fate. Might I inquire if you know a way to depart from this place?" The woman shook her head with a gentle smile. "This is a secluded sanctuary, with no paths leading outward. However, you are welcome to rest here and savor this rare tranquility." Hu Xiang sighed in resignation. "We have pressing matters to attend to and cannot linger. We kindly request your guidance." The woman gazed into the distance. "If you are determined to leave, then follow me. Perhaps I can assist you in finding an exit." The group trailed behind her, traversing fields of blossoms and crossing streams. Eventually, they arrived at the foot of a mountain. "The exit lies at the summit. Ascend the peak, and you shall be able to depart from here," she indicated. Hu Xiang cast a grateful glance at the woman. "Thank you for your assistance. Should we meet again, I will repay your kindness." Thus, they began their ascent, progressing towards freedom. Along the way, they encountered numerous trials and tribulations, yet through steadfast resolve and teamwork, they finally reached the mountain's apex. At the summit, they beheld a colossal vortex radiating with mysterious luminescence. "Is this the exit?" someone queried. Hu Xiang, fixated on the vortex, nodded affirmatively. Without hesitation, they leaped into the swirling light, enveloped by its brilliance. Chapter 4. The return to the real world. People expressed astonishment and curiosity at their return, flocking to inquire. Hu Xiang briefly narrated their adventure, eliciting gasps of awe. Thus, Hu Xiang and his companions regrouped, embarking on a new journey. They scoured for clues, visiting ancient ruins and mysterious organizations. By happenstance, they unearthed a legend concerning the enigmatic realm. It was said that only by locating a lost artifact could the secrets of that space be fully unveiled. Upon hearing this, Hu Xiang and his companions felt a spark of hope ignite within them. They vowed that no matter the obstacles they faced, they would seek the artifact and unravel the mystery of the enigmatic realm. After an arduous search, they finally learned of the artifact's whereabouts, rumored to be concealed within a treacherous mountain. Undaunted, they embarked on the quest for the artifact. The mountain path was rugged and shrouded in mist, yet their determination remained unyielding. Within the mountain, they encountered wondrous beasts and perilous traps, yet through mutual trust and strength, they repeatedly overcame danger. At last, they discovered the fabled artifact. However, it was surrounded by formidable barriers, making retrieval a daunting task. Hu Xiang focused his energy, attempting to decipher the barriers. Utilizing his cultivation techniques, he and his companions worked in unison to gradually weaken the barrier's power. After considerable effort, the barriers finally shattered. Hu Xiang reached for the artifact. And in that instant, a powerful surge of energy coursed through him. He felt the artifact's might and understood the weight of responsibility upon him. In the arduous process of study, they uncovered that the artifact contained boundless knowledge and power. As their understanding deepened, they drew closer to the truth. During their research, Hu Xiang stumbled upon ancient records regarding the enigmatic realm, hinting at a secret organization hidden within the world. To seek the truth, Hu Xiang and his companions resolved to investigate this mysterious organization. Following the clues, they traveled far and wide, engaging in a battle of wits with various factions. Throughout this journey, they continuously honed their skills and unlocked greater powers of the artifact. Yet, the secret organization soon took notice of their actions, dispatching assassins to pursue them. In the face of relentless peril, could Hu Xiang and his companions evade danger and uncover the truth behind the enigmatic realm? In confrontations with the secret organization, they frequently found themselves in dire straits, yet their indomitable spirit and harmonious collaboration allowed them to escape peril time and again. One fateful day, they inadvertently acquired intelligence concerning the secret organization's headquarters. After meticulous planning, Hu Xiang led his companions into the stronghold. Deep within the headquarters, they discovered a sealed chamber. Just as they endeavored to break the seal, the leader of the secret organization appeared. Possessing formidable strength, a fierce battle was inevitable. In a critical moment, Hu Xiang unleashed the latent power of the artifact, vanquishing the leader in a decisive blow. With the leader's defeat, the secret organization crumbled. Hu Xiang and his companions successfully unveiled the truth behind the enigmatic realm, saving the world. Following the revelation of the truth, the world returned to its former tranquility. However, Hu Xiang's heart remained unsettled. He realized that many unknown enigmas still awaited his exploration. Thus, he resolved to establish an organization dedicated to the study of mysterious phenomena, joined by like-minded friends, to continue the pursuit of truth. In this new journey, they would face even greater challenges and uncertainties. Yet Hu Xiang believed that as long as they maintained courage and wisdom, they could forge their own legend. While seeking the truth, Hu Xiang's organization stumbled upon a mysterious island. The island was suffused with an eerie aura, said to conceal immense secrets. Hu Xiang led his companions onto the island. Embarking on a new adventure, they encountered various strange creatures and treacherous traps, all of which they overcame one by one. Deep within the island, they discovered an ancient door, inscribed with mysterious runes. Just as they attempted to decipher the runes, the door suddenly swung open, emitting a blinding light that transported them into an entirely new world. In this world, the rules of time and space lost all significance, plunging Hu Xiang and his companions into profound confusion. Yet they did not falter. Relying on their resolute will and fearless spirit, they continued to seek a path forward. Ultimately, they encountered a mysterious elder, seemingly knowledgeable about everything in this world. Could Hu Xiang and his companions glean valuable clues from the elder, discovering a way to escape this realm? Hu Xiang respectfully bowed to the elder, beseeching his guidance on how to depart. The elder smiled and nodded. Your courage and perseverance are commendable. To leave this world, you must find 3 keys, representing the past, present, and future. Upon hearing this, hope ignited within Hu Xiang and his companions. They expressed their gratitude to the elder and set forth on the quest for the keys. Through their journey across time and space, they faced numerous challenges and trials, yet through the strength of their team, they overcame each one. Ultimately, they successfully located the 3 keys, unlocking the pathway to departure. Upon returning to the real world, Hu Xiang and his companions resolved to compile their adventurous experiences into a tome to share with others. The book, upon publication, caused a sensation. People were filled with curiosity and longing for the mysterious realm, and Hu Xiang's name echoed through the streets. However, Hu Xiang was not content with this. He knew that many unsolved mysteries awaited his exploration. Thus, he and his companions set forth once more, seeking more answers. This time, their destination was the distant desert, rumored to conceal a lost civilization possessing wisdom surpassing modern technology. Hu Xiang and his companions, filled with anticipation and reverence, ventured into the vast desert. Amidst the dunes, they faced trials of fierce winds, sandstorms, and sweltering heat, yet their resolve remained unwavering. At last, they uncovered the fabled ruins of a lost civilization. Within the remnants, They stumbled upon ancient manuscripts and technological artifacts. Through diligent study of these relics, they gradually unveiled the enigmatic shroud surrounding this civilization. However, just as their excitement surged with newfound discoveries, a formidable crisis quietly loomed. A mysterious force from the desert awakened, threatening their very lives. Would Hu Xiang and his companions survive this peril and uncover the full secrets of the lost civilization? Chapter 5: The Lost Civilization at Long Last. They discovered the legendary site of the lost civilization. Amidst the ruins, they encountered ancient texts and technological devices. Through meticulous examination of these artifacts, they began to unravel the mysteries of this long-forgotten culture. Yet, as they celebrated their remarkable findings, an overwhelming crisis approached silently. The dormant powers of the desert stirred to life, endangering their existence. Suddenly, the ground quaked violently, and sand swirled ominously in the air. A colossal fissure tore open before them, releasing a chilling aura. Hu Xiang and his companions exchanged grave glances, realizing this was a warning from the mysterious force. "Everyone, be cautious," Hu Xiang shouted, urging them to focus and prepare for the impending confrontation. Before he could finish, a horde of strange creatures surged forth from the chasm, their bizarre forms radiating immense energy. Without hesitation, Hu Xiang and the others unleashed their powers, engaging in a fierce battle. During the tumult, Hu Xiang discerned that these creatures seemed to be under some form of control, attacking in a predictable pattern. With a flash of insight, he sought their weakness. After careful observation, he identified the crucial point. Focusing his energy, Hu Xiang struck at the creature's vulnerable spot. In an instant, their defenses crumbled, and they emitted anguished cries. Seeing this, his companions swiftly emulated Hu Xiang's strategy, launching a coordinated assault. At that moment, Hu Xiang sensed a formidable energy approaching. He looked up to see a massive vortex materializing in the sky, a blinding light erupting from it, hurtling towards them. Panic surged within him as he shouted, "Get down!" The group swiftly dodged as the light collided with the mountains, provoking a violent explosion. As the dust settled, Hu Xiang discovered a mysterious door ahead, adorned with strange runes. Could this be the gateway to the heart of the lost civilization? Hu Xiang pondered. Taking a deep breath, he led his companions towards the entrance. He pushed open the grand door, and a wave of intense light enveloped them. Squinting against the brilliance, he faintly glimpsed an ancient altar within. His companions followed closely, entering into the enigmatic space. Upon the altar lay a gem that shimmered with an otherworldly glow, evoking a profound sense of awe within Hu Xiang. He approached cautiously, examining the gem as if it contained boundless power. Suddenly, the gem erupted in a dazzling radiance, enveloping Hu Xiang and his companions. After a moment of disorientation, they found themselves in an unfamiliar world. It was desolate yet imbued with a rich spiritual essence. Hu Xiang realized they had entered the core area of the lost civilization, where more challenges and opportunities awaited them. Vigilantly surveying their surroundings, Hu Xiang noticed an ancient castle not far off. Its walls flickered with peculiar light, suggesting untold secrets within. He resolved to lead his companions in exploration, hoping to uncover a means of escape. As they approached the castle, a powerful surge of spiritual energy washed over them. Hu Xiang felt a surge of excitement. This must be the key they sought. Cautiously entering the castle, they were met with a musty atmosphere. In the center of the grand hall lay a hefty tome, its pages glowing faintly with spiritual light. Hu Xiang stepped forward and gently turned the pages, revealing ancient incantations related to the lost civilization. Whispering the words, the castle began to tremble violently. In his hand, Hu Xiang found a mysterious crystal, feeling a potent force thrumming within it. Contemplating, he remarked, "Perhaps the power of the lost civilization has altered this land. How did you acquire this crystal?" Li Yun inquired directly. Hu Xiang briefly recounted their experiences within the lost civilization. Upon hearing this, Li Yun's eyes widened in astonishment. "To my knowledge, this crystal is the key to unraveling an ancient seal. If it falls into the hands of malevolent forces, the consequences would be dire," Li Yun warned gravely. Realizing the gravity of the situation, Hu Xiang resolved to collaborate with Li Yun to safeguard the crystal and uncover the conspiracy behind it. Thus, they embarked on a new journey together. Throughout their travels, Hu Xiang and Li Yun exchanged insights on their training, both enhancing their abilities. One day, they arrived at a valley permeated with an eerie aura. Suddenly, a group of cloaked figures appeared, blocking their path. "Surrender the crystal, or you shall not leave this place," the leader of the cloaked figures bellowed. Hu Xiang and Li Yun exchanged a determined glance and launched their attack in unison. A fierce battle ensued. with neither side gaining the upper hand. In a critical moment, Hu Xiang unleashed the crystal's power, casting a brilliant beam of light at the cloaked figures, forcibly repelling them. "This is bad. They have reinforcements," Li Yun warned, sensing imminent danger. Indeed, more cloaked figures emerged from all directions. Undaunted, Hu Xiang rallied his companions to resist fiercely. However, the sheer number of adversaries began to overwhelm them. At a pivotal moment, Hu Xiang devised a strategy. Utilizing the terrain, he set a formation to temporarily trap the attackers. "We must escape quickly," Hu Xiang urged. Seizing the opportunity, they fled the valley, continuing their journey. During their escape, they discovered a hidden cave. Hu Xiang decided to take refuge inside and discuss their next course of action. Once within the cave, they were astonished to find a wondrous interior. The walls were adorned with mysterious patterns, seemingly concealing profound secrets. Hu Xiang scrutinized the designs, feeling a sudden revelation. "These patterns may be connected to the power of the crystal," he proposed. Just as they delved deeper into their studies, a low, rumbling growl echoed from the depths of the cave. Hu Xiang's heart raced with caution as he turned towards the source. Suddenly, a colossal beast charged from the shadows. Lunging at them, Hu Xiang and Li Yun stood their ground, uniting to confront the creature. After an arduous struggle, they finally subdued the beast. At that moment, the crystal in Hu Xiang's hand radiated once more, and the creature transformed into a beam of light, merging with the crystal. The crystal's power intensified significantly. "It appears this beast was the guardian of the crystal," Li Yun noted. Hu Xiang nodded, feeling the weight of responsibility grow heavier. They resumed their quest, determined to unveil the truths hidden within the lost civilization. During their pursuit of the truth, Hu Xiang and Li Yun fortuitously rescued a girl being hunted. She revealed that her sect held crucial clues regarding the lost civilization, but it had been ravaged by malevolent forces. A map marked the location of a mysterious relic, rumored to conceal endless treasures and the ultimate secrets of the lost civilization. With hearts brimming with anticipation, Hu Xiang and his companions set forth towards the relic. Yet, awaiting them were treacherous traps and formidable foes. Within the relic, they encountered an array of mechanical traps, each deftly navigated through their wit and strength. However, upon reaching the heart of the relic, they were confronted with a terrifying reality. It was an immense labyrinth. The maze was intricate, filled with countless crossroads and dead ends. Hu Xiang and his companions found themselves ensnared, compelled to proceed with utmost caution. Just as they found themselves in a state of despair, Hu Xiang unexpectedly discovered the subtle patterns etched into the wall, seemingly concealing a hidden order. He focused intently, meticulously studying these designs, and ultimately unearthed the clues necessary to navigate their way out of the labyrinth. Following these hints, they successfully traversed the maze and arrived at a mysterious grand hall. At the heart of the hall stood a colossal statue, brandishing a formidable sword that radiated a powerful aura. A thought struck Hu Xiang. Could this be the ultimate secret of the lost civilization? Just as they prepared to investigate further, a group of enigmatic figures suddenly appeared, blocking their path. These formidable guardians were evidently the protectors of this sacred place. Upon nearing the city, they discovered it had been overtaken by dark forces, suffused with an atmosphere of death and despair. Hu Xiang understood that only by vanquishing these malevolent entities could peace be restored to the world. Gripping the sword tightly, he resolutely led his comrades into the city. A fierce battle ensued between Hu Xiang, his allies, and the dark forces, showcasing their extraordinary skills and artifacts. As the conflict escalated, the dark forces began to falter. Ultimately, with a powerful strike from his sword, Hu Xiang decisively dismantled the dark forces, prompting jubilant cheers from the people in celebration of their victory. Yet, Hu Xiang's heart bore a heavy weight. He knew this war was merely the beginning, and more challenges loomed on the horizon. He resolved to establish an organization to cultivate more cultivators, uniting them to safeguard the world's peace. Thus, Hu Xiang became a legendary figure, his tale immortalized through the ages. Under Hu Xiang's diligent efforts, the organization flourished, attracting numerous aspirants. They patrolled the globe, upholding peace and justice. One day, Hu Xiang received a mysterious letter, revealing that an organization known as the Shadow Cult was clandestinely plotting a grand conspiracy. Without hesitation, Hu Xiang summoned his companions, preparing to confront this new challenge. Following a thorough investigation, they discovered that the Shadow Cult aimed to awaken a sealed demon to seize control of the world. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, Hu Xiang led his team in search of the sealing site. Throughout their quest, they encountered various formidable obstacles, yet they pressed on with unwavering determination. Eventually, They located the place where the demon was sealed. A heart-stopping battle was imminent, and Hu Xiang and his comrades readied themselves for the final confrontation with the shadow cult. Upon meeting the enemy, the two sides engaged fiercely in combat. The atmosphere shifted dramatically as the heavens darkened and the winds howled. With his sword in hand, Hu Xiang charged into the fray, executing his techniques with unyielding ferocity. His allies also showcased their unique skills in a desperate struggle against the adversaries. Amidst the chaos, Hu Xiang spotted the leader of the shadow cult, who was attempting to unravel the demon's seal. With a fierce shout, Hu Xiang dashed toward the leader. In a critical moment, Hu Xiang unleashed his ultimate technique, thrusting his sword toward the leader, who, unable to evade in time, was pierced through. With the leader's fall, the members of the shadow cult began to retreat in disarray. Chapter 6. A new adventure. The seal on the demon was preserved, and peace returned to the world. During a celebratory feast, Hu Xiang received a mysterious phone call. The voice on the other end warned him of a new crisis emerging in a distant corner of the world. Without hesitation, Hu Xiang and his companions set forth once again, heading toward a new battlefield. This time, they would face an even more powerful and enigmatic foe. In a desolate desert, Hu Xiang and his comrades stumbled upon an ancient temple, surrounded by an eerie aura, as if concealing monumental secrets. Upon stepping inside, a mysterious force ensnared them within. Hu Xiang attempted to break the barrier with brute strength, but to no avail. What awaited them was an unknown world filled with danger and challenges. Cautiously, they entered the main chamber, only to be astonished by the sight before them. In the center stood a massive statue emanating a potent presence, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light, seemingly observing their every move. Just as they examined the statue, countless monsters surged forth from the surroundings, launching an assault. Hu Xiang immediately activated his cultivation techniques, engaging in a fierce battle with the creatures. After an intense struggle, the monsters were finally vanquished. Panting heavily, Hu Xiang surveyed his weary comrades, contemplating their next move. At that moment, the statue emitted a deep voice, as if guiding them toward a specific destination. Following the statue's direction, Hu Xiang led his companions to a hidden chamber. Inside, they found a trove of precious artifacts and cultivation manuscripts, clearly remnants of a powerful being. However, amid their joy, Hu Xiang sensed something amiss. How could this place have been so easily discovered? A greater conspiracy had to be at play. Vigilantly, he scanned the chamber, noticing strange symbols inscribed on the walls. He studied these symbols carefully, seeking clues within. Suddenly, the ground began to tremble violently, and the exit of the chamber was instantly sealed. A mysterious light descended from above, forming a colossal array. Within the light, a figure gradually emerged. It was the very demon they had previously battled. "Do you think defeating my avatar is a remarkable feat?" The demon sneered. "The true test has only just begun." Hu Xiang gritted his teeth, knowing this would be a battle for their lives. He gripped his weapon tightly, preparing to face the demon's assault. At that moment, his comrades rallied around him, standing united against the malevolence. With a fierce cry, Hu Xiang charged toward the demon, his weapon radiating brilliance. His allies followed suit, illuminating the chamber with their collective might. The demon unleashed its full strength, engaging in a deadly struggle with Hu Xiang and his companions. They exchanged blows, neither side yielding an inch. Amidst the fierce combat, Hu Xiang discerned the demon's weakness. He shouted to his comrades, urging them to concentrate their attacks on that vulnerability. The demon, now gravely wounded, descended into madness, releasing a powerful wave of energy in an attempt to obliterate Hu Xiang and his allies. In that critical moment, Hu Xiang awakened his latent potential, withstanding the energy wave's onslaught. With a final, mighty strike, he vanquished the demon once and for all. As the demon vanished, the light in the chamber gradually faded. Exhausted, Hu Xiang and his comrades collapsed onto the ground, this battle having drained nearly all their strength. However, their efforts bore fruit. In the depths of the chamber, Hu Xiang uncovered an ancient scroll inscribed with a supreme cultivation technique. He carefully tucked the scroll away, recognizing it as a priceless asset for their future endeavors. With the scroll in hand, Hu Xiang and his comrades departed the chamber, embarking on their journey home. They resolved to continually enhance their powers, safeguarding the world's peace. During their return, they encountered a mysterious elder, who, having sensed their injuries, offered to heal them. Hu Xiang gratefully accepted the elder's kindness. Under the elder's care, their wounds healed swiftly. In their conversation, Hu Xiang discovered that the elder possessed notable knowledge of the ancient scroll. The elder revealed that the technique contained within was an exceptionally profound cultivation method, but the path to mastery would involve numerous trials. In gratitude for the elder's assistance, Hu Xiang decided to share the scroll with him. The elder perused it, a glimmer of surprise flickering in his eyes. This technique is indeed extraordinary. Yet there are aspects I do not fully comprehend. However, I know of a place where you may find someone who can provide further insights, he indicated. Gesturing toward the horizon, Hu Xiang expressed his gratitude and, alongside his companions, set forth in the direction indicated by the elder. They believed that the journey ahead would unveil further surprises and challenges awaiting them. Hu Xiang and his companions, guided by the elderly sage, traversed numerous hardships and obstacles to finally arrive at a secluded valley. This valley, adorned with melodious birdsong and fragrant blossoms, resembled a paradise untouched by the world. Deep within the valley, they stumbled upon a modest thatched cottage where an elderly man with flowing white hair sat outside. Hu Xiang approached respectfully and articulated their purpose. The old man nodded slightly, accepted the scroll, and after examining it carefully for a moment, revealed a smile of gratification. You have arrived just in time. This technique is precisely what I have been seeking. However, mastering it is no simple feat. It demands exceptional insight and unwavering perseverance, he spoke slowly. Undeterred, Hu Xiang and his companions expressed their resolute willingness to undertake the challenge. Under the sage's guidance, they embarked on relentless training. As the years swiftly passed, Hu Xiang and his companions made remarkable progress, ultimately grasping the profound secrets contained within the scroll. One day, during a moment of meditation, Hu Xiang was suddenly struck by a formidable presence. Upon opening his eyes, he beheld a mysterious rift in the air, emanating an aura of terrifying pressure. From this rift emerged a figure, the very demon they had once confronted. I never expected you to have truly mastered this technique, but it is far too late. The demon sneered with a malevolent grin. Hu Xiang, resolute, rallied his comrades to confront the demon in a climactic battle. Each of them showcased their unique abilities, engaging in a thrilling contest where their coordinated efforts matched the demon blow for blow. Yet, the demon's overwhelming strength gradually tipped the scales in its favor. At a critical juncture, Hu Xiang conceived a bold idea. He decided to unite their powers to unleash a formidable technique. Understanding his intent, his companions channeled their inner strength into Hu Xiang. He gathered their combined energies, transforming them into a radiant sphere of light, which surged directly towards the demon. An elation of victory surged within them as Hu Xiang and his comrades embraced, celebrating their hard-won triumph. From that moment forth, the world was liberated from the demon's tyranny, allowing humanity to enjoy a life of peace and happiness. Hu Xiang and his companions became celebrated heroes, their deeds echoing through every corner of society. Becoming a topic of admiration and discussion, various factions and sects extended invitations for them to join, catapulting Hu Xiang and his companions to the status of prominent figures in the martial world. However, Hu Xiang, aware of the perils of fame, declined these numerous offers and chose to retreat into the mountains with his companions, dedicating themselves to further cultivation. In the tranquility of the forest, they pursued higher realms of understanding, delving into the essence of cultivation. One day, Hu Xiang fortuitously discovered a legend about a mysterious treasure within ancient texts. This treasure was said to harbor boundless rare resources and enigmatic techniques, coveted by all cultivators. Determined, Hu Xiang resolved to lead his companions on a quest to uncover this treasure. With their exceptional skills and intellect, they navigated through numerous challenges, ultimately locating the fabled treasure's site. However, the guardian of the treasure had devised stringent trials. Undeterred, Hu Xiang and his companions collaborated to overcome each challenge, eventually securing the precious resources and arcane techniques within the treasure. Consequently, Hu Xiang and his companions established a cultivation academy, imparting their experiences and insights to future generations. Under their tutelage, waves of exceptional cultivators emerged, contributing to the preservation of peace in the world. Years later, Hu Xiang and his companions' names became legendary within the realm of cultivation. Their stories were recounted from mouth to mouth, inspiring countless individuals to forge ahead with courage. While teaching his disciples, Hu Xiang remained committed to furthering his own understanding of the path of cultivation, aspiring to transcend his current limitations and attain even greater heights. One day, during meditation, he unexpectedly entered a wondrous state, perceiving a mysterious realm filled with infinite profundities. As he sought to delve deeper, a voice echoed, "Congratulations, Hu Xiang. You have passed the final trial." Startled, Hu Xiang opened his eyes to find himself in an elegant study, facing an ageless sage. The sage smiled and inquired, "Are you willing to join me in exploring the mysteries of the universe?" Hu Xiang eagerly accepted. Thus began his new journey in pursuit of higher realms of cultivation. Following the sage, Hu Xiang traversed through the starry expanse, witnessing myriad extraordinary phenomena. Throughout this journey, his cultivation level continuously ascended, and his strength grew exponentially. One day, they arrived at a mysterious planet shrouded in rich spiritual energy, seemingly concealing great secrets. Employing his knowledge, Hu Xiang began to unravel the mysteries of the planet, discovering an ancient formation within that resembled a formidable seal. After considerable effort, he deciphered the formation, revealing a hidden cave filled with various precious artifacts and cultivation texts, which Hu Xiang regarded as treasures beyond measure. However, just as he was about to delve into his studies, a mysterious force suddenly enveloped him, binding him tightly. The sage informed him that this was the final test. Only by conquering himself could he truly comprehend the essence of cultivation. Hu Xiang calmed his mind, channeling all his spiritual energy to resist this mysterious force. After a grueling struggle, he broke free from his constraints, achieving a profound epiphany. At that moment, Hu Xiang radiated a brilliant light, reaching an unprecedented peak in his cultivation. Grateful, he turned to the sage, who merely nodded with a smile before dissipating into a stream of light. Back on Earth, Hu Xiang established several temples, welcoming numerous disciples. His teachings, profound and philosophical, attracted countless practitioners seeking enlightenment. Under his meticulous guidance, his disciples exhibited significant growth, ushering in a flourishing era within the cultivation realm. Nevertheless, Hu Xiang remained unsatisfied. He understood the arduous and lengthy path of cultivation, with many unknown territories yet to explore. Thus, he resolved to enter seclusion, striving for even higher realms. During his seclusion, Hu Xiang devoted himself entirely to his practice, consistently pushing his limits while uncovering the mysteries of the celestial path. Finally, on a serene and sunny morning, he emerged from his retreat, embodying an extraordinary presence that exuded an aura of natural elegance. At this point, he had become a legendary figure in the cultivation world. Yet, he remained humble and diligent, continuing to disseminate the teachings of cultivation and guiding more individuals along their spiritual journeys. Under his influence, cultivation culture gradually flourished, enhancing the quality of life for many. Hu Xiang quietly safeguarded the land, using his strength to uphold peace and tranquility in the world. Years later, his renown spread across the cosmos. One day, he received an invitation from a distant galaxy to participate in a cosmic-level cultivation festival. Hu Xiang decided to take a few of his esteemed disciples along to engage with practitioners from diverse star domains. At the festival, Hu Xiang met many new friends, exchanging insights and experiences of their cultivation journeys. Among them, a woman named Ziwei captured his attention with her unique cultivation methods, which greatly benefited him. After the festival, Hu Xiang invited Ziwei to explore the mysterious realms of the universe together. They traversed starry rivers and faced numerous trials, ultimately arriving at a legendary ancient ruin. Within the ruins, they discovered a mysterious artifact, seemingly brimming with untold power. Just as they prepared to investigate the artifact, a swarm of shadowy figures appeared, attempting to seize it. Hu Xiang and Ziwei joined forces to resist, engaging in an intense battle against the shadows. During the confrontation, Hu Xiang recognized that the techniques employed by the shadows bore striking similarities to those he was familiar with, albeit with notable differences. He realized that a grand conspiracy might be lurking behind this encounter. Exchanging glances with Ziwei, they resolved to temporarily set aside their pursuit of the artifact to investigate the origins of these mysterious shadows. They tracked the shadows to a remote planet, uncovering a clandestine organization engaged in a nefarious scheme. In a bid to unveil the conspiracies of the organization, Hu Xiang and Ziwei infiltrated the enemy's stronghold to gather evidence. However, their actions aroused the organization's vigilance, plunging them into a harrowing chase. During their flight, Hu Xiang and Ziwei stumbled upon a concealed teleportation array. Resolute in their mission, they decided to utilize this array to venture into the organization's core area and uncover the truth. Upon traversing the teleportation array, they found themselves in a mysterious realm, suffused with potent energy fluctuations, seemingly the crux of the entire conspiracy. Treading cautiously, they inadvertently triggered a mechanism, ensnaring them within a colossal cage formed by intertwining beams of light. At that moment, a cryptic voice echoed, declaring, "Since you dare to intrude here, do not expect to leave alive." Undeterred, Hu Xiang and Ziwei combined their formidable cultivation techniques in an attempt to shatter the cage. Yet, the adversary's strength exceeded their expectations, rendering their situation perilous. In a critical moment, Hu Xiang recalled a precious artifact he had obtained from a ruin. hastily retrieving it. He infused it with his vital energy, causing the artifact to radiate a brilliant light that withstood a portion of the onslaught. Seizing the opportunity, Ziwei launched a counterattack. And their synchronized efforts gradually turned the tide. Ultimately, they succeeded in breaking free from the cage and confronting the mastermind behind the conspiracy. After a fierce battle, Hu Xiang and Ziwei unveiled the true nature of the plot and brought the culprit to justice. Through this ordeal, the bond between Hu Xiang and Ziwei deepened, solidifying their reliance on one another. After overcoming their adversaries, the duo chose to retreat to the mountains, seeking inner tranquility and spiritual cultivation. They discovered a secluded yet picturesque valley and constructed a modest abode. Here, they devoted their days to training, delving into the profound depths of their cultivation paths. Hu Xiang employed his medical skills to heal the local villagers, while Ziwei wielded her spiritual energy to safeguard the land's peace. News reached them from Li Yunfei regarding the emergence of a malevolent force that ruthlessly plundered resources and oppressed the populace, leaving them in dire straits. Determined to uphold justice, Hu Xiang and Ziwei resolved to confront this evil with their own strength. Alongside Li Yunfei, they embarked on a journey, facing formidable foes with unwavering courage, overcoming challenges time and again through their profound cultivation and fearless determination. During this journey, they forged bonds with many like-minded allies, forming a righteous force. As they battled the nefarious entity, they uncovered hints of a grander conspiracy lurking behind it. To expose the truth, they sought out clues, only to encounter numerous obstacles. By chance, they stumbled upon an ancient tome that chronicled a mysterious technique. Hu Xiang and Ziwei immersed themselves in its study, hoping to discover a means to combat the malevolence. While they were engrossed in their training, the evil force struck once more, heralding a thrilling confrontation. The two prepared themselves as countless shadows surged from the darkness, launching an assault. A fierce clash ensued, illuminating the surroundings with radiant energy and echoing with the cacophony of battle cries. This time, the adversaries came prepared, and Hu Xiang and his companions found themselves at a disadvantage. In a pivotal moment, Hu Xiang unleashed the full power of the mysterious technique he had just comprehended, emitting a dazzling light that repelled the enemy. As the battle progressed, the technique's potency intensified, transforming Hu Xiang into a veritable god of war, impervious to all. Inspired by his valor, the morale of the righteous force soared, culminating in a decisive victory over the evil faction. In the aftermath, amid the ruins, they discovered a mysterious stone tablet inscribed with peculiar symbols. Through their research, they discerned that it contained vital clues regarding the conspiracy behind the malevolent force. Committed to eradicating evil once and for all, Hu Xiang and his companions set forth on a new quest, carrying the tablet with them. Along their journey, they encountered an eccentric elder who claimed to decipher the symbols on the tablet and offered to guide them to the stronghold of the malevolent force. Following the elder's lead, they traversed a treacherous mountain range. At the summit, they beheld a colossal castle shrouded in mist. The castle's gates were tightly sealed, exuding an ominous aura. Cautiously approaching, they were suddenly besieged by a horde of enigmatic creatures. During the fierce skirmish, Hu Xiang inadvertently triggered a mechanism within the castle, which transported him to an extraordinary realm. There, he witnessed visions revealing the origins of the malevolent force. He learned that they were once exiled cultivators who had succumbed to darkness in their quest for vengeance. Enlightened by this truth, Hu Xiang awakened a greater power within himself. He escaped the mechanism's grasp and shared his newfound knowledge with his companions, who resolved to eradicate the evil and save the world. With the elder's assistance, they pinpointed the malevolent force's Achilles heel. Thus commenced the ultimate showdown, a battle to the death. In a climactic moment, Hu Xiang unleashed the full might of the mysterious technique in conjunction with Ziwei's formidable abilities, delivering a devastating blow. In an instant, the world around them shifted, and the evil force was obliterated. With peace restored to the realm, Hu Xiang and Ziwei's names resounded throughout the land. They continued their cultivation, safeguarding the tranquility of the continent. Years later, they chose to retire from the world, embracing a humble existence. Their legendary tale transformed into folklore, inspiring generations to come. One day, while strolling through the mountains, Hu Xiang and Ziwei encountered a young cultivator who had long admired their exploits and sought to become their disciple. Exchanging smiles, they decided to impart some of their wisdom to him. Under their guidance, the young man's skills flourished remarkably. Soon after, he departed, resolved to protect justice in the world like Hu Xiang and Ziwei had done. As they watched him fade into the distance, their hearts brimmed with pride, knowing that the torch of justice would continue to be passed down. Years later, News spread throughout the cultivation community. The young man who had been mentored by Hu Xiang and Ziwei had heroically perished during a perilous demon-slaying mission. Upon learning this, Hu Xiang and Ziwei were filled with sorrow, yet they understood that this brave young man had embodied justice, his spirit illuminating the path for future generations. One night, both Hu Xiang and Ziwei experienced the same dream, in which the young man smiled at them, expressing his gratitude and revealing that he had been reborn into another family, destined to continue their legacy in the next life. Upon awakening, they felt a profound sense of reflection. They resolved to gather more disciples, sharing their lifelong knowledge to cultivate a new generation of righteous cultivators dedicated to preserving peace in the world. As time flowed inexorably on, Hu Xiang and Ziwei's disciples spread far and wide, their renown growing ever brighter. One day, a young couple visited them in the mountains, claiming to be the reincarnations of the brave young man who had sacrificed himself, seeking to repay the kindness of their previous life. Upon meeting them, Hu Xiang and Ziwei were filled with joy and welcomed the couple into their fold, nurturing their growth. Through their diligent training, the couple's abilities blossomed. Ultimately, they inherited the legacy of Hu Xiang and Ziwei, becoming the new guardians. They continued to impart the principles of justice, nurturing numerous exceptional cultivators. Consequently, the world saw a decline in malevolent forces and an increase in champions of righteousness. The legendary tales of Hu Xiang and Ziwei endured, echoing through the ages. Years later, while wandering the realms, Hu Xiang and Ziwei stumbled upon a mysterious ruin, radiating powerful spiritual energy that drew numerous cultivators to explore its depths. However, this ancient site appeared to conceal tremendous peril. Hu Xiang and Ziwei resolved to delve deeper into the ruins to uncover the truth. Within the depths of the site, they stumbled upon an ancient manuscript that chronicled an unparalleled martial art. Just as they were preparing to study it meticulously, a ferocious beast suddenly emerged from the shadows. The creature, possessing formidable strength, plunged everyone into a dire predicament. Unfazed by the imminent danger, Hu Xiang and Ziwei joined forces to confront the beast. After a fierce battle, they ultimately vanquished the creature and successfully grasped the profound secrets of the extraordinary martial art, known as the Qiankuan Dadayan, which encompassed boundless mysteries. Determined to share the wisdom of the Qiankuan Dadayan with the world, Hu Xiang and Ziwei established numerous Taoist platforms to impart this unparalleled technique. Their initiative sparked a tremendous uproar, attracting a multitude of cultivators eager to learn this extraordinary art. As time passed, the influence of the Qiankuan Dadayan grew exponentially, ushering in a transformative era for the entire cultivation realm. During their efforts to teach the Qiankuan Dadayan, Hu Xiang and Ziwei uncovered potential threats. Some unscrupulous cultivators sought to exploit this technique for personal gain, leading to a series of disputes and conflicts. To uphold peace and justice in the world, Hu Xiang and Ziwei decided to form a dedicated organization to oversee and guide practitioners in the proper application of the Qiankuan Dadayan. This organization, named the Tiandao Alliance, gathered various elites with the mission of promoting righteousness. One day, Hu Xiang and Ziwei sensed a mysterious power quietly awakening. This force was extraordinarily potent, instilling a sense of caution within them. To investigate further, the duo resolved to take matters into their own hands. Following the clues, they arrived at a secluded secret realm. Inside this realm, they discovered an enigmatic formation, at the center of which imprisoned a being emanating a terrifying aura. Just as they attempted to decipher the formation, the mysterious entity suddenly launched an attack, ensnaring Hu Xiang and Ziwei in a perilous situation. They fought valiantly but struggled to withstand the onslaught of the mysterious being. In a critical moment, they unleashed a signature move from the Qiankuan Dadayan, temporarily suppressing the entity. Seizing the opportunity, they destroyed the formation, granting the mysterious being its freedom. It cast a grateful glance at Hu Xiang and Ziwei before transforming into a beam of light and vanishing. Though perplexed, Hu Xiang and Ziwei sensed that this mysterious power harbored no malice. On their way out of the secret realm, they discovered an ancient text detailing the secrets of the mysterious being, who was a powerful figure from antiquity, sealed away by enemies. Its liberation might herald new challenges for the cultivation realm. Hu Xiang and Ziwei resolved to seek out this powerful being to ascertain its intentions. They inquired far and wide, eventually gathering some leads. It was said that this formidable being roamed a hidden ancient ruin. Thus, they embarked on a quest to locate the ancient site. Throughout their journey, they encountered various perils but overcame them with their exceptional skills. At last, they arrived before the ancient ruins, where an air of mystery enveloped them, creating an oppressive atmosphere. Hu Xiang and Ziwei cautiously entered the ruins and soon encountered the figure of the powerful being. The being turned, its gaze profound as it regarded them. "You have finally arrived." Its voice seemed to transcend time and space. Hu Xiang and Ziwei exchanged a glance and stepped forward. "Elder, we come to inquire about your intentions." The being smiled faintly, saying, "I am an ancient soul, sealed here for a millennium. My liberation is but fate's design. I sense the changes in the cultivation realm and recognize your efforts." In unison, Hu Xiang and Ziwei asked, "Might we inquire, Elder? How should we navigate our path ahead?" The being pondered for a moment before replying. "The path of cultivation hinges upon the heart. You must adhere to the righteous way and remain true to your original intentions. Future challenges will arise, but as long as you unite in purpose, you shall overcome the crises." With that, the being transformed into a stream of light and vanished. Hu Xiang and Ziwei etched the being's teachings into their hearts as they exited the ruins, continuing their journey of cultivation. They believed that regardless of the trials that lay ahead, they would forge onward with unwavering resolve. Chapter 8. The Adventure Dreamscape. To save the villagers, Hu Xiang and Ziwei, bearing the teachings of the powerful being, stepped beyond the ruins to continue their cultivation journey. They held firm in the belief that no matter what trials awaited them, they would persevere bravely. Their travels brought them to a bustling city, alive with the hustle and bustle of life. They decided to linger here for a while, savoring the vibrant chaos of the mortal realm. Yet, they soon discovered that this city was not as tranquil as it appeared. Dark forces festered in the shadows, threatening the safety of its inhabitants. Ziwei, utilizing her extraordinary abilities, perceived a malevolent presence. Hu Xiang, with his refined martial skills, shielded the surrounding populace. The two worked in perfect harmony to combat the encroaching darkness. During the skirmish, Hu Xiang unexpectedly awakened a new ability, spatial teleportation. He could instantaneously traverse space, appearing behind his foes to deliver decisive strikes. After a fierce confrontation, the dark forces were entirely eradicated. The people expressed profound gratitude toward Hu Xiang and Ziwei, who emerged as the heroes of the city. Their exploits resonated throughout the streets, with citizens extolling their courage and might. At a celebratory banquet, Hu Xiang and Ziwei were met with admiration and cheers. However, they understood that the path of cultivation remained long, and they could not rest on their laurels. Thus, they bid farewell to the townsfolk and continued on their journey. As they traveled, they relentlessly honed their powers, liberating more suffering souls. Over time, Hu Xiang's spatial teleportation ability grew increasingly formidable, allowing him to traverse greater distances and even transcend time. Ziwei's powers also flourished, enabling her to wield nature's forces with greater mastery, bringing light and hope to the world. Their names became legendary, inspiring countless individuals to bravely pursue their own paths. One day, Hu Xiang and Ziwei learned of an ancient tribe beset by a dreadful calamity. Without hesitation, they rushed to offer assistance. Upon their arrival, they found the tribe enveloped in a mysterious fog, disorienting the people and threatening their lives. Ziwei employed her abilities to dispel the mist, but it only thickened further. Hu Xiang resolved to use his spatial teleportation to delve deeper into the fog in search of a solution. Within the depths of the mist, Hu Xiang encountered a mysterious elder, who informed him that only by locating the source of the fog could the crisis be resolved. Drawing upon his spatial teleportation skills, Hu Xiang braved the fog repeatedly until he discovered its origin, a gemstone radiating an eerie glow. With all his strength, he shattered the gemstone, causing the fog to gradually dissipate and saving the tribe. The renown of Hu Xiang and Ziwei soared, their stories immortalized through the ages. After rescuing the tribe, Hu Xiang and Ziwei resumed their journey. One day, they passed through a desolate village, which lay eerily quiet, devoid of life. Ziwei sensed a potent, malevolent energy permeating the village. They cautiously entered, only to find the villagers in a deep slumber. Hu Xiang attempted to use his spatial teleportation to enter the dreams of the villagers, but found himself ensnared in an endless nightmare. Ziwei worked tirelessly to awaken Hu Xiang, and together they sought a way to break the curse of this nightmare. After considerable effort, they discovered a solution, gathering certain rare herbs to create an antidote. Hu Xiang and Ziwei scoured the surroundings for the herbs and ultimately succeeded in concocting the remedy. They administered the antidote to the villagers, who gradually awoke. The villagers expressed heartfelt gratitude, offering precious gifts to Hu Xiang and Ziwei. With warm smiles, they graciously declined and continued their journey to assist more individuals in need. After departing the village, Hu Xiang and Ziwei ventured into a mystical valley. The valley was suffused with an unusual spiritual energy, beckoning them forward. As they meandered through the valley, they discovered a concealed cave. The cave flickered with a faint luminescence, exuding an aura of mystery. Hu Xiang and Ziwei resolved to delve deeper into the cave. As they stepped inside, a surge of potent energy enveloped them. Ziwei's unique abilities were instantly awakened, allowing her to sense unprecedented fluctuations of power. Simultaneously, Hu Xiang's spatial teleportation skills appeared to be guided by an unseen force, sharpening his instincts. Deep within the cavern, they stumbled upon an ancient stone tablet, inscribed with a multitude of cryptic runes emanating a formidable spiritual energy. Ziwei meticulously studied the runes, gaining insight into a profound cultivation technique. Meanwhile, Hu Xiang utilized his spatial teleportation to scour the vicinity for additional clues. Just as they immersed themselves in their exploration, a tremendous tremor shook the ground, and the entire cave began to sway. Hu Xiang swiftly transported Ziwei to the cave's entrance. Outside, the valley was besieged by howling winds and thunderous roars. A blinding beam of light descended from the heavens, striking the very spot where the cave lay. Hu Xiang and Ziwei gazed in awe at the wondrous sight, a sense of reverence swelling within them. They realized that this enigmatic valley concealed infinite secrets and power, and their adventure was only just beginning. Hu Xiang and Ziwei decided to temporarily depart from the valley in search of more clues regarding this mysterious force. They traversed various sects, exchanging insights with masters, all the while enhancing their own abilities. One day, they fortuitously heard of an ancient ruin, rumored to harbor endless treasures and enigmatic techniques. Without hesitation, they set forth, enduring numerous hardships until they finally reached the entrance of the ruin. However, the site was fraught with perilous traps and hidden dangers. Ziwei employed her powers to unveil the traps, while Hu Xiang adeptly navigated crises using his spatial teleportation abilities, escaping unscathed. In the depths of the ruin, they discovered a tattered manual containing records of an unparalleled divine technique. Just as their excitement peaked, a colossal guardian beast appeared, obstructing their path. Undeterred by the threat, Hu Xiang and Ziwei united to confront the guardian. Ziwei unleashed her full prowess, manipulating the forces of nature to assault the beast, while Hu Xiang continually disrupted it with his spatial teleportation. At a critical moment, Hu Xiang executed a spatial maneuver, trapping the guardian within a dimension of its own. Seizing the opportunity, Ziwei swiftly grasped the manual, preparing to escape. However, just as victory seemed within reach, the guardian broke free from its confines, extending a massive claw from the spatial rift towards Ziwei. In a split second, Hu Xiang shielded Ziwei, enduring the blow himself. He coughed up blood, grievously wounded. Ziwei, frantic with worry, utilized her healing abilities to mend Hu Xiang's injuries. Despite the pain, Hu Xiang smiled at Ziwei, urging her, "Do not concern yourself with me. Swiftly take the manual and flee." Tears streamed down Ziwei's face as she resolutely replied, "No, I shall never abandon you." Summoning her last ounce of strength, she transported Hu Xiang into the alternate dimension, evading the guardian's pursuit. Within that dimension, Ziwei struggled to heal Hu Xiang. When he regained consciousness, the pair resolved to study the manual together. They discovered that it was an ancient legacy, detailing astonishing divine abilities. From that moment on, Hu Xiang and Ziwei became renowned figures, legends within the realm of cultivation. They continued their adventures side by side, championing justice and striving to maintain peace in the world. After vanquishing the guardian beast, Hu Xiang and Ziwei pressed on in their exploration of the ruins, where they uncovered a mysterious teleportation array. This array shimmered with an otherworldly glow, seemingly leading to an unknown realm. The light enveloped them, and in the blink of an eye, they vanished. Upon opening their eyes again, they found themselves in a strange new world, brimming with wondrous energies and enigmatic creatures. Hu Xiang and Ziwei eagerly embarked on their exploration, anticipating fresh challenges and opportunities. During their adventures, they encountered an elf named Ling'er, who informed them that this world was ravaged by dark forces, causing untold suffering. Determined to make a stand, Hu Xiang and Ziwei allied with Ling'er to combat the dark powers and rescue this world. They faced numerous trials, triumphing over formidable foes while gradually unraveling the conspiracy behind the dark forces. In the midst of battle, both Hu Xiang's spatial teleportation skills and Ziwei's abilities further flourished. Ultimately, they succeeded in defeating the Dark Leader, restoring peace and tranquility to the world. As a result, Hu Xiang and Ziwei attained deeper cultivation and greater strength. Hu Xiang resolved to impart his knowledge to the younger generation, nurturing more potential cultivators. Ziwei dedicated herself to helping others with her powers, spreading love and justice. Their names became legendary, inspiring future generations to pursue excellence. One day, a mysterious visitor arrived, inviting them to partake in a battle that would determine the fate of the universe. Hu Xiang and Ziwei gladly accepted, embarking once more on a journey to safeguard the cosmos. In this cosmic conflict, they encountered formidable warriors from various realms. Fighting side by side, they exhibited unparalleled courage and wisdom. During the intense battles, Hu Xiang's spatial teleportation abilities reached their zenith, allowing him to traverse the battlefield and deliver devastating blows to the enemy. Ziwei utilized her powers to provide immense support to her allies. In the end, through indomitable will and fearless spirit, they triumphed over the forces of evil, securing peace for the universe. The names of Hu Xiang and Ziwei shone brightly across the cosmos. After the war, Hu Xiang and Ziwei withdrew from the world, embracing a life of simplicity and happiness. They shared their experiences with future generations, becoming legends in the eyes of the people. Years later, when the world had nearly forgotten the cosmic battle, Hu Xiang and Ziwei received a mysterious invitation. The letter spoke of a distant planet where a portal to another world had been discovered, a realm filled with unknown challenges and opportunities. With a yearning for new adventures, Hu Xiang and Ziwei resolved to set forth once more, seeking the mysteries of the alternate world. Hand in hand, they crossed through the portal, embarking on a brand new journey. Upon entering the alternate realm, Hu Xiang and Ziwei discovered that the laws of nature here were entirely different from what they were accustomed to. They encountered a sage, who imparted wisdom. To survive and explore this realm's secrets, they must adapt to its rules and continually transcend their limits. Under the sage's guidance, Hu Xiang and Ziwei devoted themselves to rigorous training, gradually mastering the powers of the alternate world. Through resilience and their mutual understanding, they overcame difficulties time and again, steadily growing. One day, they stumbled upon a mysterious ruin, seemingly concealing immense secrets. Just as they prepared to delve deeper, a group of enigmatic beings suddenly appeared and launched an assault. Hu Xiang and Ziwei found themselves in peril, yet they remained composed, employing their acquired techniques to engage in a fierce battle against the mysterious creatures. In the fray, Hu Xiang skillfully employed spatial teleportation to disrupt the creature's sight, while Ziwei seized the moment to unleash her powers, delivering heavy blows. After a grueling struggle, they finally repelled the mysterious beings. However, they soon realized that the ruin still held many more enigmas waiting to be unraveled. Thus, they resolved to continue their exploration, determined to unveil the secrets of the ancient site. Chapter 9. Encountering ancient beasts in trials. After a fierce battle, they successfully repelled the mysterious creatures. Yet, they discovered that the ruin still harbored many mysteries waiting to be uncovered. With cautious steps, they ventured deeper into the ruin, an ancient and enigmatic aura washing over them. They uncovered numerous strange symbols and patterns, seemingly imbued with formidable power. Suddenly, a radiant light illuminated the space ahead, revealing a shadowy figure, its features obscured. Alert and wary, they approached cautiously as the figure spoke. At last, you have arrived. Its voice seemed to transcend time and space. Following this, the figure would unveil the secrets of the ruin, potentially igniting a new adventure. I am the guardian of this ancient relic. A shadow gradually turned, revealing a pale face that bore the marks of time, its eyes reflecting the vicissitudes of the ages. Within this place lies the esoteric cultivation secrets of an ancient era, attainable only through trials. As the words faded, the ground began to tremble violently, and strange lights flickered upon the walls. Ling'er and Zhao Shui felt a tightening in their chests, knowing the test had commenced. Suddenly, countless phantoms surged forth from the light, launching an assault upon them. Ling'er invoked the earthen wall technique, fending off wave after wave of attacks, while Zhao Shui retaliated with her frost sword technique. Amidst the tense battle, Ling'er unexpectedly discerned a weakness in the phantoms and communicated this to Zhao Shui. In perfect harmony, they combined their efforts and ultimately triumphed over all the phantoms. Breathless, they gazed at the dissipating apparitions, a smile of joy gracing their faces. Yet, the Guardian's voice resonated once more. Congratulations on passing the first trial. This is merely the beginning. More arduous challenges await you. With that, the Guardian produced 2 translucent pills, elixirs for restoring magical energy, allowing them to advance further. Without hesitation, Ling'er and Zhao Shui consumed the pills, feeling their strength swiftly rejuvenate. They stood tall, prepared to face the new trials ahead. The path before them was shrouded in thick fog, accompanied by the distant roars of mysterious beasts. Exchanging a glance, Ling'er and Zhao Shui clasped each other's hands tightly and boldly stepped into the mist. Within the fog, the roars of the beast grew ever closer. Suddenly, a colossal Paishio emerged before them, lunging with bared fangs and claws. Lin Yu and Zhao Shui deftly sidestepped, launching a counterattack. Lin Yu unleashed the thunderous fist technique, while Zhao Shui summoned an icy shield, creating a tempest of lightning and snow. However, the Paishio's defenses were formidable, showing no signs of faltering. In a moment of inspiration, Lin Yu recalled the creature's vulnerability. He shouted, "Strike at its abdomen." Understanding his intent, Zhao Shui concentrated their assault on the Paishio's belly. Indeed, the creature's movements began to slow. Seizing the opportunity, Lin Yu delivered a decisive blow, toppling the Paishio to the ground. Just as they sighed in relief, a swarm of smaller Paishio appeared around them. Back to back, Lin Yu and Zhao Shui fought fiercely against the onslaught. In the chaos, Lin Yu noticed a pattern in the movements of the small Paishio. He whispered to Zhao Shui, and they devised a plan. Lin Yu utilized the earthen wall technique to confine the small Paishio, while Zhao Shui unleashed a sweeping frost spell, freezing them all. After dispatching the minor Paishio, they continued onward, arriving at an ancient stone door. The door was inscribed with intricate runes, emanating a mysterious glow. The guardian's voice sounded again, "Congratulations on passing the second trial. Behind this door lies the ancient secrets of cultivation. However, opening the stone door requires your united effort." Lin Yu and Zhao Shui exchanged knowing smiles, realizing the final trial was imminent. Taking a deep breath, they placed their palms against the stone door and channeled their inner energy. With their concerted efforts, the runes began to glow, the light intensifying. Suddenly, a tremendous force surged forth from the door, staggering them back a few steps. Yet, they did not falter, readjusting their stances and attempting once more. This time, they succeeded. The door slowly opened, revealing a mysterious stone chamber. Inside lay an ancient tome, undoubtedly containing the secrets of cultivation from ages past. Eagerly, Lin Yu and Zhao Shui approached the book, and as they turned its pages, a radiant golden light enveloped them, the text of the tome imbuing their minds. With the secrets of cultivation now theirs, Lin Yu and Zhao Shui experienced a significant enhancement in their powers. They resolved to depart the relic, determined to utilize their newfound knowledge for the benefit of the world. Lin Yu and Zhao Shui chose to rise to the occasion, safeguarding humanity. They wielded the ancient cultivation secrets against monstrous foes in a series of fierce battles. Through their struggles, they grew ever stronger, their reputations soaring. Upon hearing of their deeds, various factions sought collaboration. Faced with a pivotal choice, Lin Yu and Zhao Shui contemplated whether to continue their solitary journey or to ally with others in the fight against malevolence. Just as they pondered, a mysterious elder appeared before them. The elder revealed that dark forces were orchestrating a grander scheme, threatening the peace of the entire world. Realizing the weight of their newfound responsibility, Lin Yu and Zhao Shui resolved to assemble like-minded individuals and form a formidable team. United, they embarked on a new journey, prepared to confront the unknown challenges ahead and safeguard the tranquility of the realm. During their search for allies, Lin Yu and Zhao Shui encountered a young man named Li Yunfei. Li Yunfei possessed a unique ability to manipulate the winds. Having witnessed the atrocities committed by the dark forces, he was filled with righteous indignation. Recognizing his exceptional skills, Lin Yu and Zhao Shui invited him to join their team. Li Yunfei accepted eagerly, his presence bolstering their ranks. In a skirmish against the dark forces, Lin Yu, Zhao Shui, and Li Yunfei found themselves surrounded. In a moment of crisis, Li Yunfei unleashed his powers, summoning a tempest that disrupted the enemy's formation. Seizing the opportunity, the trio counterattacked, overwhelming their foes. Following this conflict, their fame grew, attracting even more individuals driven by justice to join their cause. As their team flourished, they patrolled the city, ensuring the safety of its inhabitants. Nevertheless, the dark forces plotted even more sinister schemes from the shadows. During one mission, Lin Yu and Zhao Shui uncovered the secret base of the malevolent organization. Leading their team into the lair, they fell into a trap. Thus, they intensified their training, anticipating the next confrontation with the dark forces. Throughout their training, they sensed a mysterious energy fluctuation. Following the source, they discovered an ancient scroll. Upon opening it, they found it contained a powerful formation capable of ensnaring the dark forces. Determined, they resolved to employ this formation in their forthcoming battle. The decisive clash against the dark forces arrived, and a fierce melee ensued. Lin Yu and his companions established the formation, trapping the enemy within. The dark forces struggled desperately, yet the formation's might rendered escape impossible. Ultimately, Lin Yu and his allies successfully obliterated the dark forces, restoring peace to the world. At the victory celebration, Lin Yu, Zhao Shui, and Li Yunfei were hailed as heroes. Their names etched in the hearts of the people, becoming the stuff of urban legend. Yet, as night fell, Lin Yu found himself gazing at the starry sky alone, a tinge of melancholy stirring within him. Although peace had returned, he understood that the path of cultivation was one of endless pursuit. He resolved to leave the city, continuing his quest for higher realms. Zhao Shui and Li Yunfei understood Lin Yu's aspirations and silently offered him their blessings. Before departing, Lin Yu left behind a precious gift, his insights into the formation. This gift would empower Zhao Shui and Li Yunfei to better protect the city. Lin Yu embarked on a new journey, his figure gradually fading into the distant horizon. In the days to come, he would face even more challenges and opportunities. Yet he firmly believed that as long as justice resided in his heart, the path ahead would continuously unfold. Years later, Lin Yu's name had become a legendary tale. One day, a young cultivator sought him out, hoping to become his disciple. Observing the young man before him, Lin Yu saw reflections of his former self. He decided to accept the disciple, imparting his lifelong knowledge to him. In the process of teaching, Lin Yu also learned many new things from his disciple. As time passed, the disciple finally attained mastery. Lin Yu felt immense satisfaction, knowing that his legacy would endure. Meanwhile, the city, under the guardianship of Zhao Shui and Li Yunfei, thrived in prosperity and harmony. They wielded Lin Yu's formation with great efficacy, leaving no room for evil to hide. Chapter 10. A united front as news spread. Numerous aspiring individuals joined forces, and the organization grew increasingly robust. The names of Lin Yu, Zhao Shui, and Li Yunfei became revered as guardians in the hearts of the people. However, with the organization's expansion, certain latent dangers began to surface. Doubts arose regarding the capabilities of Lin Yu and his companions, with some claiming their success was merely a stroke of luck, others, envious of their achievements, sought to sow discord. In this pivotal moment, Lin Yu exhibited exceptional leadership qualities. Not only did he validate his worth through his prowess, but he also conducted a series of public competitions that won over everyone's respect and admiration. Ultimately, the community united, collectively safeguarding the tranquility of their city. Once the internal strife was resolved, Lin Yu recognized that relying solely on a handful of individuals was insufficient for the enduring protection of the city. Thus, he resolved to seek out more promising cultivators, nurturing them to become the backbone of the organization. After considerable effort, he successfully identified several exceptionally gifted youths, whom he personally mentored, imparting his knowledge and techniques. These young talents did not disappoint, rapidly maturing in their abilities. As time passed, the spiritual energy within the city began to dwindle alarmingly. Lin Yu understood this was a grave issue. If left unaddressed, it would adversely affect all practitioners. Through meticulous investigation, he discovered that the depletion of spiritual energy was due to external disturbances. Lin Yu sensed a menacing aura, realizing that this would pose an unprecedented challenge. Undeterred, he resolutely led the practitioners into fierce combat against the dark forces. During the intense clash, Lin Yu discerned that the enemy's techniques were remarkably peculiar, seemingly concealing some unknown secret. To unravel the mystery, he decided to infiltrate the enemy's lair. In a twist of fate, Lin Yu was captured during an ambush. Yet, this was part of his strategy. While in the enemy camp, he covertly observed and ultimately identified the mastermind behind the dark forces, a mysterious figure of formidable cultivation. Meanwhile, Zhao Shui and Li Yunfei tirelessly scoured for clues, striving to uncover Lin Yu's whereabouts. Eventually, they followed a trail of breadcrumbs to the stronghold of the dark forces. A breathtaking showdown loomed as the confrontation between righteousness and malevolence awaited. Lin Yu, trapped within the enemy stronghold, remained unshaken. Utilizing his wit and strength, he stealthily incited chaos within the ranks of the adversaries. Meanwhile, Zhao Shui and Li Yunfei rallied their comrades to engage in direct combat against the enemy. As the battle raged, Lin Yu suddenly emerged, coordinating with Zhao Shui and Li Yunfei to catch the enemy off guard. The mysterious figure, sensing the tide turnings, attempted to flee, but Lin Yu swiftly obstructed his escape. "Who are you? Why do you seek to disrupt the peace of this city?" Lin Yu demanded, his gaze piercing. The mysterious figure sneered, "My identity is inconsequential. What matters is that this world is on the brink of a new order." Lin Yu's expression hardened. "Regardless of your intentions, you shall not succeed." With all his might, Lin Yu unleashed a formidable sword technique, his aura radiating power. The mysterious figure countered with elusive movements and arcane spells, and the battle reached a stalemate. Suddenly, Lin Yu spotted a flaw in the mysterious figure's defense and thrust his sword towards a vital point. The figure, taken aback. Narrowly evaded, but not without sustaining a wound to his arm. Blood flowed, and the figure's countenance twisted with rage. "Curse be you," he bellowed, unleashing a more potent spell. A wave of black flames surging towards Ling'er. Ling'er, undeterred, advanced, his sword aglow, forcefully piercing through the inferno. He pressed the attack with a flurry of strikes that forced the mysterious figure to retreat. Seizing the moment, Ling'er delivered a decisive kick to the figure's chest, sending him sprawling to the ground. The figure struggled to rise, but Ling'er denied him any chance. He raised his sword, poised to deliver the final blow. "Reveal your intentions, or prepare to face my wrath," Ling'er demanded, his sword poised at the figure's throat. Gasping, the figure's eyes flickered with desperation. "I seek a divine artifact," he confessed. "A divine artifact?" Ling'er furrowed his brow. "Indeed, this artifact possesses the power to control life and death. Whoever possesses it wields supreme authority." The figure's voice brimmed with longing. Ling'er's mind raced, recalling a peculiar jade pendant he had discovered while repairing a spiritual vein. Could that pendant be the so-called artifact? Ling'er pondered. "Surrender the artifact, and I may spare your life," he proposed. The mysterious figure gritted his teeth, ultimately capitulating. Ling'er extracted the specific whereabouts of the artifact from him, and then swiftly ended his life. After eliminating the figure, Ling'er hurried to reunite with Zhao Shui and Li Yunfei. "All of this was for the artifact," Zhao Shui remarked. "Now that we know its location, we must act swiftly to retrieve it before it falls into the wrong hands." Ling'er's expression turned grave. The trio resolved to immediately set out for the artifact's location, embarking on a new adventure. Along their quest for the artifact, they faced numerous perilous trials. One day, as they traversed a forest, a powerful aura suddenly enveloped them. Ling'er, on high alert, scanned their surroundings and discovered they were surrounded by a group of enigmatic creatures. These beings were translucent, emitting a faint glow, exuding an eerie presence. Ling'er and his companions cautiously attempted to navigate around them, but the creatures seemed to sense their intentions and launched an immediate assault. A fierce battle ensued, with Ling'er wielding his sword in close combat against the transparent beings while Zhao Shui and Li Yunfei cast spells from a distance to support him. The creatures exhibited extraordinary agility, making their movements difficult to track. Ling'er gradually felt overwhelmed, beads of sweat soaking his garments. Suddenly, one of the translucent creatures seized the opportunity to strike from behind. Zhao Shui, quick-witted, shot a beam of light at the creature, forcing it to retreat. "Be careful," she called out. Ling'er nodded, casting a grateful glance at Zhao Shui. However, more of the transparent beings surged forth, and their situation grew increasingly dire. In that moment, Ling'er conceived a strategy. He concentrated his energy, unleashing a unique secret technique that enveloped him in a golden radiance. Wherever the light touched, the transparent beings recoiled. "Now's our chance, move," Ling'er shouted. Seeing this, Zhao Shui and Li Yunfei swiftly followed him out of the encirclement. They pressed onward, finally arriving at the location of the artifact. An ancient temple loomed before them, exuding an air of mystery. Upon entering the temple, they were enveloped in a solemn atmosphere. Cautiously, they advanced deeper into the temple, ultimately discovering the artifact's resting place. Before them lay a sword radiating brilliant light, its hilt adorned with gemstones, surrounded by enigmatic runes. Just as Ling'er reached for the sword, a low, sinister laughter echoed through the chamber. "Did you think it would be so easy to obtain the artifact?" A figure materialized slowly. Ling'er squinted, astonished to see the very mysterious figure he had previously defeated. How are you here?" Ling'er inquired, astonished. The figure sneered. "How could I let such a precious artifact slip from my grasp? I have been waiting for your arrival to seize the opportunity." Before he could finish, the figure struck with lightning speed, launching an attack at Ling'er. Ling'er sidestepped, swinging his sword to engage in combat with the figure. Zhao Shui and Li Yunfei quickly joined the fray, uniting against the mysterious figure. However, the figure's strength exceeded their expectations, and they gradually found themselves at a disadvantage. In a critical moment, Ling'er devised a ruse. He feigned weakness, luring the figure closer to the divine sword. Seizing the moment of distraction, Ling'er delivered a powerful kick that sent the figure sprawling, seizing the sword in the process. With the divine sword in hand, Ling'er felt a surge of immense power coursing through him. He wielded the divine sword, unleashing an astonishing power that instantaneously vanquished the enigmatic adversary. Finally obtaining the sacred artifact, Ling'er gasped for breath, his eyes shimmering with unwavering determination. The next challenge they faced was to safeguard the artifact, ensuring it did not fall into the hands of malevolent forces. Clutching the artifact, Ling'er led Zhao Shui and Li Yunfei out of the temple. However, They soon discovered that they were surrounded by various factions. "Surrender the artifact," one of them shouted. Lin Yu gripped the divine sword tightly, his gaze resolute. "This artifact is meant to uphold the peace of the world. It will never be handed over to you greedy souls." A chaotic battle erupted, and Lin Yu and his companions fought valiantly. Yet, as the enemy numbers swelled, their strength began to wane. At that moment, a mysterious light appeared in the sky, illuminating the artifact. The artifact emitted a dazzling radiance, repelling all foes. "It is the power of the artifact," Li Yunfei exclaimed with delight. Lin Yu felt the artifact's resonance and raised the divine sword high, proclaiming, "The artifact is here. Who dares to make a move?" The crowd, intimidated by the artifact's aura, began to retreat. Lin Yu and his companions successfully defended the artifact, but they understood that their journey was far from over. They would bear the weighty responsibility of protecting the world. They departed the battlefield with the artifact, seeking a safe haven to recuperate. Along the way, they stumbled upon a mysterious valley, where the air was filled with the songs of birds and the fragrance of flowers, resembling a paradise. They decided to take temporary shelter there. Within the valley, Lin Yu meticulously examined the artifact, hoping to unravel its mysteries. After extensive exploration, he discovered that the artifact harbored immense energy, but to fully unleash this power, specific methods were required. Thus, Lin Yu and his companions began their quest for clues regarding the artifact. They visited numerous ancient sects and reclusive sages, absorbing the wisdom of their predecessors. Throughout this journey, they continuously enhanced their own strength, preparing for the challenges that lay ahead. Lin Yu and his companions resolved to embark on a journey to the western regions in search of the legendary ancient tower. Along the way, they encountered various perils. But with steadfast faith and fearless courage, they gradually drew closer to their goal. At last, they arrived before the ancient tower, which soared into the clouds, exuding an air of mystery. Entering the tower, they commenced a long and arduous exploration. The tower was fraught with traps, and Lin Yu and his companions cautiously deciphered the puzzles. Each level of the tower was filled with unknown dangers, yet they did not falter. The artifact radiated an unparalleled brilliance, its powerful energy waves sweeping through the surroundings. Lin Yu felt the artifact's power and was filled with a sense of mission. "We must use this power to protect the peace of the world," Lin Yu declared with conviction. At this moment, their journey was only just beginning, and more challenges awaited them. Nevertheless, Lin Yu and his companions firmly believed that as long as they upheld justice, they could overcome any adversity. They departed from the ancient tower, laden with newfound knowledge, and began their return journey. Lin Yu and his companions resolved to delve deeper into the investigation and expose the true nature of the organization. During their pursuit, they formed bonds with like-minded allies, and their team gradually expanded. As their investigation progressed, they uncovered the organization's sinister aim to seize the artifact and dominate the world. Lin Yu realized the gravity of the situation and vowed to thwart this mad scheme at any cost. Meanwhile, the mysterious organization also became aware of Lin Yu's actions and dispatched assassins to hunt them down. A thrilling battle between good and evil was about to unfold. Lin Yu and his companions engaged in fierce confrontations with the organization, incurring losses on both sides. In a particularly intense clash, Lin Yu was grievously injured and lay on the brink of death. His teammates, frantic with worry, searched desperately for a remedy. Fortune favored their efforts as they learned of a miraculous herb hidden in an ancient mountain that could heal Lin Yu's wounds. Thus, they embarked on a challenging journey to find the herb. After enduring numerous trials, they finally located the coveted herb. Upon consuming it, Lin Yu's injuries remarkably healed. However, the mysterious organization did not relent in their malevolence. Instead, they intensified their assaults, attempting to seize the artifact. Lin Yu rallied his teammates to resist fiercely, engaging the enemy in a desperate struggle. Chapter 11. Betrayal and Enmity. Faced with Zhao Feng's betrayal, Lin Yu felt an immense sorrow, yet he did not waver. He summoned all his strength to engage Zhao Feng in a breathtaking duel. Ultimately, through his indomitable will and exceptional martial prowess, Lin Yu triumphed over Zhao Feng, thwarting the organization's conspiracy. He successfully safeguarded the artifact and preserved the peace of the world. However, upon defeating Zhao Feng, Lin Yu understood that this battle was not truly over. The existence of the mysterious organization remained a looming threat, and they might seek further opportunities to seize the artifact. Therefore, Lin Yu resolved to establish a dedicated team to expose and combat the organization. He recruited like-minded friends, including various masters and wise individuals, to jointly uphold the peace of the world. Simultaneously, Lin Yu did not neglect his own cultivation. He delved into the mysteries of the artifact, hoping to better harness its power to confront future challenges. Throughout this process, Lin Yu gradually became a hero in the eyes of the people, his name resonating throughout the streets. He recognized that the path to safeguarding peace had only just begun. Lin Yu and his team commenced gathering intelligence regarding the mysterious organization, discovering that it operated globally. By chance, Lin Yu obtained an ancient tome that detailed a powerful cultivation method. He decided to enter seclusion to enhance his strength. During his retreat, Lin Yu encountered a bottleneck, unable to break through. Just as he was about to give up, he suddenly grasped the key to his advancement. Emerging from seclusion, Lin Yu found that the mysterious organization had quietly infiltrated every corner of the city. He led his team in fierce battles against the organization, safeguarding the tranquility of the city. In one intense confrontation, Lin Yu was unfortunately gravely injured. His team members were frantic, scouring for a remedy that could heal him. Their perseverance bore fruit as they learned that a life-saving elixir might be hidden within a mysterious ancient tomb. Thus, Lin Yu led his team on a quest to locate the tomb. Along the journey, they faced various dangers, but overcame them one by one. Finally, they arrived at the tomb. The entrance was sealed by a mysterious force, and despite their efforts, Lin Yu and his companions could not gain entry. Just then, a mysterious elder appeared, informing them that only by finding the corresponding key could they unlock the seal. Lin Yu and his team began searching for clues to the key. After considerable effort, they discovered a peculiar stone tablet in an ancient ruin, inscribed with cryptic characters. After meticulous study, Lin Yu successfully deciphered the inscription's secret. Realizing that the key was hidden somewhere within the tomb, they re-entered the tomb, cautiously searching for the key. Ultimately, in a concealed chamber, they found the legendary elixir and the key. After consuming the elixir, Lin Yu's wounds healed rapidly. "We must leave here at once," Lin Yu urged. No sooner had he spoken than a tremendous noise erupted within the tomb, the ground shaking violently. "It's the mysterious organization. They are upon us," someone shouted. Lin Yu led the group in a desperate dash toward the exit, pursued relentlessly by the organization. "What should we do? The exit is blocked," someone cried in panic. Lin Yu calmly surveyed the surroundings and discovered a hidden passage leading to the outside world. "Follow me," Lin Yu commanded, leading the way into the passage, with the others closely behind. Within the passage, they uncovered precious treasures and ancient cultivation texts. "These are the legacies left by our predecessors," Lin Yu exclaimed with excitement. However, at this moment, the enigmatic organization had also discovered their trail and was drawing increasingly closer. Would Lin Yu and his team manage to evade the relentless pursuit of this secretive group? Without hesitation, Lin Yu seized a tome of ancient wisdom and began to peruse its contents. The others swiftly selected treasures that suited their abilities. "Everyone, make haste to cultivate," Lin Yu urged. As time slipped away, the mysterious organization closed in. It was time. A glimmer of determination flashed in Lin Yu's eyes. He led his team into the fray, engaging in a final confrontation with the enigmatic organization. In the heat of battle, Lin Yu unleashed a newly acquired extraordinary technique, radiating brilliance that forced the adversaries to retreat. Yet, they were numerous, an unending tide of foes. Just as it seemed they could not hold out, Lin Yu's team members wielded their unique treasures and skills, lending him their support. Ultimately, united in purpose, they vanquished the mysterious organization entirely. Having escaped the peril, Lin Yu resolved to share these treasures and tomes with a broader audience, ensuring that the entire realm of cultivation could benefit. His actions earned him widespread admiration and respect, establishing him as a true hero of salvation. Lin Yu's renown spread throughout the cultivation world, drawing seekers from far and wide, eager for his guidance. He generously imparted his knowledge and insights, nurturing a cadre of exceptional disciples. Under Lin Yu's mentorship, the realm of cultivation entered a prosperous era, with many practitioners significantly enhancing their prowess. Throughout this journey, Lin Yu continuously surpassed his own limits, attaining higher realms of mastery. Yet, just as everything appeared idyllic, a mysterious dark force began to rise quietly. This formidable power instilled panic throughout the entire realm of cultivation. Sensing the impending crisis, Lin Yu understood that this would be an unprecedented trial. To save the realm, he resolved to step forth once more and confront this dark force in an ultimate showdown. Lin Yu commenced an investigation into this sinister power, discovering that its source lay within a mysterious formation. This formation was located deep within an uninhabited desert, rumored to be the remnants of a great entity from ancient times. Lin Yu and his disciples embarked on this quest, encountering numerous trials along the way. However, With unwavering faith and tenacious resolve, they ultimately reached the site of the formation. Yet, the formation's might exceeded their expectations, plunging Lin Yu and his disciples into dire straits. At a critical juncture, Lin Yu inadvertently triggered a mechanism within the formation, revealing the method to dismantle it. It became clear that remnants of the Dark Force had returned, launching an assault on the headquarters of the Heavenly Path Alliance. Anxiously, Lin Yu set off for rescue. Upon arrival, he found the headquarters breached, with his disciples suffering grievous losses. Filled with sorrow and rage, Lin Yu engaged the Dark Force in a life-and-death struggle. Enraged, he unleashed his ultimate techniques, battling fiercely against the dark power. His momentum was unstoppable, each strike imbued with boundless might. Ultimately, Lin Yu single-handedly repelled the Dark Force, saving the Heavenly Path Alliance. However, he sustained severe injuries, his life hanging by a thread. Before slipping into unconsciousness, Lin Yu infused a jade pendant with his life's energy and entrusted it to a trusted disciple. He hoped that this pendant would carry forth his will, safeguarding the peace of the cultivation realm. The disciple, bearing the pendant, vowed to uphold Lin Yu's legacy. He diligently practiced, continually enhancing his strength, ultimately rising to become a new generation leader. Under his guidance, the Heavenly Path Alliance flourished, gaining widespread acclaim. The pendant evolved into the supreme token of the Alliance, symbolizing justice and courage. Years later, a young cultivator entered the realm of cultivation. Gifted and ambitious, he was deeply inspired by Lin Yu's legendary tale. Determined to follow in Lin Yu's footsteps and become a great cultivator himself, the young man faced numerous challenges. Eventually, he earned the pendant's recognition. It was revealed that Lin Yu's injuries during the battle with the Dark Force were far more complex than mere wounds. The dark power had invaded his soul, plunging him into endless agony. To prevent the Dark Force from seizing control, Lin Yu chose self-imprisonment, concealing his essence within the pendant. Upon learning this, the young man resolved to rescue Lin Yu. He searched tirelessly for a solution, ultimately discovering the answer within an ancient text. According to the text, only by locating 3 sacred objects and merging their powers could Lin Yu's essence be awakened. Thus, the young man embarked on a quest to find these sacred objects. He faced countless dangers, traversing numerous secret realms, and ultimately gathered the 3 sacred items. However, upon merging their powers, a great crisis erupted. Chapter 12. Resuming the quest for treasures. The young man embarked on a journey to seek the sacred objects. He endured trials, navigating through countless secret realms, and eventually collected the 3 sacred items. Yet, while merging their powers, a significant crisis arose. Dark clouds gathered in the sky, lightning crackled. The young man sensed a powerful force surging forth. He attempted to control it, but it grew increasingly violent. As the situation threatened to spiral out of control, the young man decided to take a leap of faith. He concentrated, employing his learned cultivation techniques to infuse his spiritual energy into the sacred items. At a critical moment, he succeeded in taming the formidable power, allowing it to merge within himself. Suddenly, a radiant light enveloped him, and his body underwent a wondrous transformation. His cultivation level surged, and his gaze reflected unwavering determination. In that moment, he finally comprehended the true mystery of the sacred objects. However, just as he believed everything had concluded, a mysterious aura descended silently. This unfamiliar yet potent presence evoked a sense of vigilance within him. He scanned his surroundings, realizing that the environment had transformed into something extraordinarily eerie. In the void, a fissure slowly emerged, emanating an ominous chill. The young man gazed at the fissure, feeling unprecedented pressure. He took a deep breath, resolved to confront the unknown challenge. Stepping into the fissure, he entered a space brimming with mysterious energy. Here, time and space seemed to lose all significance. He needed to find an exit or risk being trapped forever in this peculiar world. Carefully, he advanced, marveling at the ancient runes that flickered with faint light as mysterious forces flowed through the air. Suddenly, a colossal beast appeared before him, lunging with claws bared. The young man swiftly dodged the attack. He unleashed his cultivation techniques, engaging the beast in a fierce battle. After a grueling struggle, he finally triumphed over the creature. In that moment, he discovered a door ahead, intricately inscribed with complex patterns. He pushed open the door, revealing a luminous passageway. Without hesitation, the young man entered the passage, hoping to find a way to escape this mysterious space. At the passage's end lay a dazzling starry sky. Standing beneath the celestial expanse, he was filled with awe. He realized that his journey of cultivation had only just begun, with many more challenges awaiting his conquest. As he prepared to leave, he felt a powerful attraction emanating from behind him. Turning to look, he saw the fissure had reopened and was generating a formidable pull. Before he could react, he was drawn into the fissure once more. When he opened his eyes again, he found himself in an unfamiliar place, surrounded by rich spiritual energy. Surveying his surroundings, he was filled with curiosity. At that moment, a mysterious voice echoed, "Congratulations on passing the trial. This is the gateway to a higher realm." Upon hearing this, the young man's eyes sparkled with determination. He inhaled deeply and walked forward, resolute in his quest to explore this unknown domain and pursue an elevated state of cultivation. The further he ventured, the more enigmatic the scenery became. He traversed a mist-laden forest and arrived before an ancient temple. The grand entrance stood resolutely shut, exuding an aura of enigma. The young man approached and gently pushed open the great door, revealing an abyss of darkness within. Cautiously, he stepped inside, and suddenly, a beam of light illuminated him. Within the radiance, a figure gradually emerged, revealing an elderly man with flowing white hair. The old man regarded the young man with a smile and spoke, "At last, you have arrived. I am the guardian of this place, and only by passing my trial may you ascend to a higher realm of cultivation." The young man bowed respectfully and implored the elder for guidance. The old man nodded slightly, his hand emanating a greenish light that transformed into a sword. "Receive my 3 strikes. If you withstand them, you shall pass the trial." With that, the elder thrust the sword forward, its force fierce and accompanied by the sound of air splitting. The young man deftly sidestepped the first strike, then summoned his spiritual energy to confront the subsequent 2 blows with all his might. After 3 swift sword strikes, he stood unscathed in his original position. A look of admiration crossed the elder's face. "Well done, you have passed the trial." As his words faded, the temple burst forth with a blinding radiance, revealing a pathway to the celestial realm before the young man. His heart brimming with joy, he stepped onto the path, and amidst the dazzling light, his figure gradually vanished. When he opened his eyes again, he found himself in a breathtaking paradise. Celestial clouds swirled around him, and extraordinary flowers and plants flourished everywhere in the distance. A towering peak pierced the heavens. The young man felt a surge of anticipation. He knew that this was the higher realm of cultivation he had long sought. He set forth towards the mountain, encountering wondrous creatures and trials along the way. Yet he overcame each challenge with his indomitable will and remarkable prowess. At last, he reached the summit. There, he beheld a door radiating golden light, behind which lay endless mysteries. Taking a deep breath, the young man reached out and pushed the door open. Instantly, a powerful force surged towards him, enveloping his body in golden light, as if his very soul were being elevated. When the light dissipated, he opened his eyes to find himself transformed. He had finally stepped into the legendary higher realm of cultivation, becoming one of the rare, strong ones in the world. In this newfound domain, the young man discovered that his abilities had undergone a qualitative leap. He could effortlessly harness the spiritual energy of the universe, each movement imbued with boundless power. One day, while cultivating, he suddenly sensed a wave of malevolent energy. Following this sinister aura, he uncovered a dark corner where muffled groans of pain could be heard. Upon closer inspection, he was astonished to find an injured elder lying on the ground. He rushed forward to offer aid, using his own true essence to heal the elder's wounds. Upon awakening, the elder gazed at the young man gratefully and revealed a startling secret. A formidable force lurked within the universe, plotting a catastrophic calamity that threatened the peace of the entire world. The young man resolved to take a stand against this evil force, engaging in fierce battles. Armed with his exceptional cultivation skills and fearless courage, he thwarted the enemy's schemes time and again. Throughout these conflicts, he formed bonds with like-minded companions, united in the shared mission of safeguarding the world's tranquility. Ultimately, they succeeded in dismantling the evil force's plans, saving the universe. From that day forth, the young man became renowned, hailed as a hero. Yet, he remained humble, continuing to devote himself to cultivation in pursuit of even higher realms. After a particularly intense battle, the young man sustained grave injuries and fell into unconsciousness. His spirit drifted to a mysterious place, shrouded in mist, where ethereal melodies resonated, resembling a celestial realm. In his dazed state, he heard an ancient voice. "Child, your injuries are grave. Only by consuming the Chaos Spirit Pearl can your soul be restored." The mention of the Chaos Spirit Pearl stirred something within him. He had heard of its miraculous properties, rumored to contain boundless vitality and energy. Following the voice's guidance, the young man struggled onward. After an indeterminate time, he finally beheld a pearl radiating with 7 colors. Just as he reached out to grasp it, the pearl transformed into a streak of light and entered his body. Instantly, a powerful force surged within him, healing his wounds at a visible pace. Upon awakening, he found himself in an elegant cave dwelling, its walls adorned with profound runes, clearly a place of cultivation. Feeling the abundance of power within him, he realized that this encounter had immeasurably enhanced his cultivation. With fervor, he exited the cave and resumed his journey. During his travels, he discovered a planet tainted by dark forces and resolved to extend his aid to its inhabitants. Through arduous battles, he dispelled the malevolent energy and restored vitality to the planet. However, he uncovered clues regarding the chaos spirit pearl that seemed to point towards an ancient ruin. Filled with hope, he set out on a quest to locate the ruin. Within the ruins, he faced numerous trials, yet through unwavering determination and exceptional cultivation techniques, he overcame each obstacle. Ultimately, he uncovered the true location of the chaos spirit pearl. Contemplating his next steps, the young man resolved to enter seclusion and delve into the mysteries of a higher realm. As time flowed, he cultivated in a state of clarity, entering an ethereal trance. In a moment of clarity, he glimpsed a strange light, as if a heavenly gate had opened. Resolutely, he stepped within, feeling his perspective broaden, the vast universe unfolding before him. In this new realm, he discerned the laws governing all things and grasped the essence of the heavenly path. His cultivation deepened to an unparalleled level. Thereafter, he traversed the myriad worlds with supreme abilities, forging benevolent connections and imparting his teachings. His deeds became legendary, echoing through the ages. During one of his interstellar journeys, he unexpectedly stumbled upon a mysterious star domain. The arrangement of the stars was peculiar, as if imbued with hidden meanings. He resolved to explore deeper, hoping to attain a higher level of enlightenment. Upon entering the star domain, he encountered a fierce interstellar storm. Amidst the chaos, he discovered an ancient stone tablet inscribed with indistinct characters. After careful examination, he was astonished to find that these inscriptions contained a long-lost cultivation method. The young man, elated, began to practice according to the teachings. As he delved deeper into his training, his power surged once more, accompanied by a profound understanding of the universe's essence. Upon completing his cultivation and preparing to depart, an array of spiritual lights erupted within the star domain. These lights coalesced into a colossal beam, shooting towards the heavens. The young man gazed at the beam, feeling an inexplicable connection. He understood that it was a summons to a higher realm. Without hesitation, he plunged into the light, vanishing into the vast cosmos. Guided by the beam, he arrived in a mysterious world, where the skies were murky and silent. He searched diligently and discovered an ancient altar, covered in intricate symbols radiating a mysterious aura. The young man ascended the altar and placed the chaos spirit pearl at its center. In an instant, the symbols on the altar flickered, and a mysterious force surged into him. His eyes sparkled with clarity, as if he could perceive the essence of all things. In that moment, he transcended the mundane. Reaching the highest realm, he realized that the true essence of cultivation lies not only in personal growth, but also in serving the world. Thus, he resolved to use his power to safeguard the peace and tranquility of the universe, ensuring the benefit of countless beings. His legendary tale would forever be passed down through generations. In the course of his guardianship over the cosmos, he discovered a mysterious region known as the Abyss of Shadows. It was said that within the abyss lay an unparalleled treasure, capable of altering the fate of the universe. The young man decided to venture deep into the abyss to uncover its secrets. In the profound depths of darkness, he encountered unprecedented challenges. Fierce beasts and treacherous traps lurked at every turn, each step laden with peril. Yet, armed with extraordinary strength and unwavering resolve, the young man successfully navigated through layer upon layer of obstacles. Ultimately, he discovered the legendary treasure, an ancient tome. The arcane techniques inscribed within the tome were profoundly intricate, and the young man immersed himself in their study with fervor. As time passed, he transcended his previous limits, reaching an entirely new pinnacle of mastery. With the unparalleled techniques now under his command, the young man solidified his conviction to safeguard the universe. He believed that through his relentless efforts, a brighter future awaited the cosmos. During his explorations of the universe, the young man encountered a wise sage. The sage revealed to him the existence of a mysterious island in a distant galaxy, inhabited by an ancient immortal rumored to possess knowledge of all cosmic secrets. With a heart full of reverence, the young man embarked on a quest to find the Immortal. After enduring countless hardships, he finally arrived at the enigmatic island. Shrouded in mist and resembling a celestial paradise, he searched for traces of the Immortal, yet his efforts yielded no results. Just as despair began to envelop him, a venerable Immortal appeared before him. With a smile, the Immortal remarked, "Your perseverance and courage are commendable. I shall share with you a secret. There exists a formidable force in the universe known as the power of the stars. It harbors boundless potential, and should you master it, you will be better equipped to protect the cosmos." The Immortal presented the young man with a radiant star, the seed of the power of the stars, and urged him to comprehend its essence. Overwhelmed with gratitude, the young man accepted the star and dedicated himself to rigorous training. Under the illumination of starlight, his prowess surged dramatically. In the end, he successfully harnessed the power of the stars, emerging as the guardian of the universe.